Okay, hello and welcome to what should be the finale of this playthrough of Pokemon Colosseum. Last time we made our way back through Team Snagham's hideout, defeated Gonzap, and caught two more Shadow Pokemon, specifically Ursaring and Smeargle, and then we got the down disc. But before I go down, I want to go back to the shop real quick, because I'm going to be totally honest, I'm going to stock up on items here. I have no real reason not to, and I have a feeling I might need them. Okay, I say I might need them. I feel like I'm going to be going overkill with this. But to be honest, money is basically no object to me in this game anymore. So I feel pretty okay doing all this. Okay, so now that I've stocked up on revives and healing items, let's go and actually, we got an email. Let's quickly go and check what that said. Okay, who is this? Hi, it's Bitten the Under. I was taking photos the other day when I saw this guy with this amazing head, so I snapped him. He was singing about this weird song, something about the Colosseum being his new place. And that is evidently Mirror B going down. So evidently, there must be a Colosseum down there. So let's quickly use the down disc that we got from Gonzap to go investigate down there. Okay, used the D-disc, all systems set for travel. Now we just have to step on the UFO, you know, maintain, keep arms and legs inside the vehicle at all times, and down we go. And there is an item there. So what do we have? That is some steel teeth. Okay, so let's go back up immediately. Let's go back up immediately and give those steel teeth to that old guy on the other side, because I imagine those must belong to him. Because realistically, he talks just like the Warden did in Gen 1, and before you gave him his ghoul teeth. So, yeah, I feel like that's a safe bet as to where these need to go to. So, forward we go. Also, I mean, good thing they were made of steel, because that seems like it would be quite a drop. Okay, so yes, we'll hand over his teeth. Pokemon Pikachu picked a pack of Pokeballs. No more air leakage. I can finally talk normally again. You're a savior. I thank you for your kindness. It's perhaps not much of a thanks, but I'd like you to have this. Okay, so now we got the L-Disc. I have another one, so don't concern yourself over me. I mean, looking at what was over on the left, that's just the Void and one treasure chest. Why would you need more than one? Either way, let's quickly go and see what is in that treasure chest. I'm hoping it's something good. Although, to be totally honest, it's coming at such a point in the game where unless it... Actually, no, even if it was another Master Ball or something, that would be ultimately useless. Because, yeah, I don't know, let's just see what this is. Also, I love how it doesn't turn anything. There we go. Okay, so now we have the Amulet Coin. I would have loved to have gotten this, you know, maybe the first time I came through here, not right at the end of the game. Like, if that was a time flute and you got the Amulet Coin when you went up, that would be great. But no, it's, you get a time flute when you go up, and the Amulet Coin right at the end. Which is, really goofy and not great for me, to be totally honest. Okay, let's go down, and now we can just do our battles for today. Now, before I start, I want to put Octillery and Espeon out front. Okay, so, let's go! Okay, so, down we go towards the final Colosseum, where we're just gonna have battle after battle today. Okay, now we just open up this gate. Not gonna lie, that is a pretty cool gate. I don't know why I specified that, but anyway. The Minor Colosseum is built on a former quarry. It's underground in every sense of the word. Cypher's admins are filing their fangs for you. Okay, so today we're gonna be fighting Cypher's admins again. Hello, welcome to the Deep Colosseum. Would you like to enter a knockout challenge? Yeah, of course we will. Okay, so, in we go, because now it is just battles on battles, and I believe we fight each admin at the end of each challenge. So, battle number 1, versus Hunter Dewig. You're good, real good. You have to be good to get here. I mean, if I had a flying type, I imagine I could probably just fly down. I mean, you know, probably shouldn't test that theory, but still. Okay, Zangoose and Tropius. And so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to Ice Beam the Tropius. Hopefully it doesn't one-shot Auxiliary. Then I'm going to Psychic the Zangoose. And that probably just gets rid of both of them. Because honestly, I think we should be in the clear. And that doesn't quite one-shot. Okay, that Zangoose is going to hit back with some... Never mind. Okay, so Octillery blasts Ice Beam. That'll one-shot. It's quite effective. And the Zangoose had its chance. It had one chance and it clicked Razor Wind, so unfortunate. Tragic turn of events for it. And he also has a Nuzleaf, which is also not going to appreciate an Ice Beam, so let's just... Okay, Fake Out, probably on Octillery. No, on Espeon. Okay, that actually saves the... That saves the Zangoose and lets it use Razor Wind at least. Razor Wind does have a high crit chance, and it didn't actually do all that much, but it does hit both. Yeah, okay, that's manageable. Now, Ice Beam probably just takes out the Nuzleaf, and I think we're good for that. There goes Nuzleaf. Okay, so, on to battle number 2, because let's be real here, Zangoose is not going to wipe out my entire team on, I'm going to be polite and say 5% health. Okay, Psybeam just finishes it off. Honestly, just for the animation speed, I probably should have just gone for Return. Either way, Zangoose goes down, and that is Battle 1 complete. I think I might switch who has the EXP share with each Colosseum run, but I don't know. I'll see how it goes. Realistically, I know that I can probably get through these without too much hassle, but I did stock up on items just in case. Battle 2 versus Bodybuilder Palin. You're gutsy to come this deep underground. Okay, what do you have? You have a Vigoroth and a Typhlosion. Okay, okay. I think this is the first time we're seeing a Typhlosion in the game. Fortunately for me, I'm leading with Espeon and Octillery, so I will be able to Psychic the Vigoroth, Bubble Beam the Typhlosion, and the Vigoroth has effectively just wasted its turn, because it is going to take 2 hits. Like, it won't take 2 hits, so Endure... I mean, credit to it, Endure does keep it alive for 1 more turn. And... Wait. It didn't say it endured the hit, so I assume that means it just took the hit normally. Yeah, it actually just lived on 1, and then Endure saved it from the Earthquake. I don't know if that's big brain or incredibly stupid. I think it's a little bit of both. Okay, so now I just go for Return and then Bubble Beam, and now... Well, now that is 2 of her Pokemon down, and I just saw a third... Well, there is a third Pokemon to come out. So let's see what that third Pokemon is. It is a Hariyama. Okay, unfortunately for her... Actually, unfortunately for me, I'm probably going to get hit with a Flame Wheel. No, a Fake Out. I'm going to get hit by a Fake Out, but I have 2 Pokemon that both have Psychic moves on the field, so I don't think I need to worry too much here. So Typhlosion gets dropped. I always feel bad knocking out Typhlosion. I don't know why. I think it's just because I like Typhlosion as a Pokemon. Either way, I'm just going to go for double Psychic moves, and now that... yeah, that Hariyama doesn't live the turn. It doesn't even take the Psychic. I mean, to be fair, that is Twisted Spoon boosted stab, super effective Psychic from a, from an Espeon. Espeon does hit really hard. I mean, to be fair, Espeon's hit really hard for pretty much the entire game against most things, even when it's resisted, so, when it's super effective, it's gonna do a lot. Okay, semi-finals. Who is our next opponent? We now have Wakatoe. You got here by UFO or something? I dug my way down here myself. I feel like that's a terrible idea. Like, I don't know. Like, dig up, stupid? I don't know. Okay, so, Ledian and Girafarig. I feel like I should probably focus in on the Girafarig because it's much larger because it is a much larger threat. And honestly, I think Psychic will still do more than Return. See, I'm going to double in on the Girafarig and just try to get rid of it. And honestly, Ledian is basically just there. Ledian is okay, it's just there. I'm okay to just leave it, I think. And hopefully I don't get proved immediately wrong by the Silver Wind. Okay, that did 49 damage, and that was super effective stab. So yeah, I think I'm okay. The Omni boost could be a little bit scary, but I don't really seem to need to worry about it. Okay, so Girafarig goes down, and what comes in to replace it? It is Umbreon hits level 55, and in comes a Houndour. Okay, I'm right at the end of the game. Why am I fighting unevolved Pokemon? Genuinely, why am I fighting unevolved Pokemon? I know it's probably to make up for the level gap, but I'm fighting so many unevolved Pokemon. Okay, so Ledian goes for another Silver Wind. The Houndour probably goes for Crunch. Okay, it just goes for Bite. That still probably knocks out Espeon, to be totally honest. Okay, we do lose Espeon, but that's fine because we get healed up for the next battle anyway. And now I can just go out to Ampharos and just blast that Ledian with a Thunderbolt, and I should be good to go. So Bubble Beam will obviously take out Houndour in one hit, and then I can just... No wait, he did have a fourth Pokemon. But what is that fourth Pokemon? If it's a ground type, I may have messed up, but I think it... but I'm hoping it won't be. It is a Dodrio. Fantastic. That is actually perfect. So what I'm... Who hits harder here? 142, 147, it's roughly the same. I will go for Thunderbolt on the Ledian and Ice Beam on the Dodrio. Dodrio flies up high. Okay. Silver Wind will do very little. And by that I mean it hits Ampharos for 24. Okay. Now, Thunderbolt lands on the Ledian, just wipes that out. And Ice Beam obviously misses the Dodrio. But as long as the Quick Claw doesn't proc, I think I'm okay. Okay, I love that animation for Dodrio. It's just running really fast in the air. Like, the Dodrio is just running super fast in the air to maintain in itself, I guess. It is, I guess it's just kind of treading air. Either way, with that, Dodrio goes down, and that is... Well, now we are on our way to the finals of this first round of this tournament. Well, I say first round of this tournament, this first Colosseum challenge here in Viunda. Not in Viunda, in the Deep Colosseum. Okay, so, who's our opponent gonna be? Well, you know, of course, it's none other than Mirror B. So we meet again, you're not escaping my wrath this time. And you know he's serious, because he has his theme music back now. That's how you know he's serious. And he leads with Exploud and Ludicolo. Because let's be real here, if he doesn't have at least one Ludicolo, is it really Mirror B? Okay, so Espeon and Octillery are my leads. I think he'll set up the rain with Ludicolos. I'm just going to try to focus down the Exploud, to be totally honest. I'm going to focus down the Exploud because I think it has the most... I think it has more potential to be a threat. There's the Rain Dance, and that has actually now just powered up my Bubble Beam with Octillery. Shadow Ball from Exploud will do a lot to Espeon, but won't knock it out in one unless it crits. Okay, 10 out of 10. I'll be totally honest, I was completely guessing with that. It could have one-shot for all I knew. Okay, a Bubble Beam blasts the Exploud and finishes that off. Now, to be totally honest, I'm actually going to be a little bit inconvenienced by this, because I know he's probably going to send out another Ludicolo. Yep, there's another Ludicolo, and let's be real here, Octillery has kind of done what it was here to be doing. I'm going to target the higher level one and then switch out Octillery to Ampharos, and then I can just double in with Psychic and Thunderbolt, and I imagine I can probably take each one out just if I double into them one at a time, I imagine I can take them out pretty quickly in one turn each. And, okay, losing Espeon isn't exactly ideal for me, but I can still work around it. And by that I mean, what's my next heaviest hitter? 125. 118. You know what, let's go to Sneasel. To be totally honest, oh, wait. Octillery's physical attack was 148? Yeah, I think Octillery's physical attack was the same as its special. Why did I not teach it Sludge Bomb? I should have just taught it Sludge Bomb. That would have been so smart. And I would have also had something to counter grass types. Because, let's be real, I don't have anything countering grass types, and I wasn't paying attention to which one would use Dive. I have immediately messed this up. Okay, so I would like to make a slight correction. I've messed this up, but I don't think I've messed it up enough to lose. And I believe that is a very important distinction. However, okay, that one has Rain Dish, so I don't need to worry about that one quite as much. That one has Swift Swim. So he has one with Swift Swim on the field and one with Rain Dish. But I'm targeting the one that has Rain Dish. Because, honestly, I know that maybe I shouldn't be saying this when I'm currently technically losing, but I'm not too worried. I do know what his last Pokemon is, though. I know that he has an Armaldo, because he has that to replace his Sudowoodo. Okay, Rain Dish will heal that one. So I'm going to double into the other one that has Swift Swim now. Honestly, I'll be totally honest, I'm completely messing this up. Okay, the X-Defend I'm not too worried about because I'm using special attacks. Bite will do very little, but it's Umbreon, I'm completely expecting that. Okay, Dive crits. Wow! Okay, actually that was a crit, so no wonder it did a little bit over half. And I believe the rain should go away just this turn. There we go. So he'll now set that up again, more than likely. So I can just kind of focus down. I can just focus one of these down, and hopefully I chose the right one. Actually, if Umbreon had the black glasses on, that would have knocked it out. I'm fairly certain of that. Either way, okay, I guess Ampharos gets dropped here. No, Umbreon goes down, okay. This fight is going very badly. So, I'll be totally honest, I did do a test run of this, and this fight went nowhere near this badly. Admittedly, I did have a slightly different lead, but I don't think that should make that much of a difference. This fight is going horrendously badly compared to my little test run that I did. But hey, I don't think I'm in danger of losing. I still think I win pretty comfortably here. And by that I mean, as long as Ampharos is on the field, I think I win here. And I might as well just target the weaker one. I'm going to set up a light screen, and hopefully that will be enough to save Ampharos. Not gonna lie, that Hydro did a lot of damage. Leech Seed lands onto Ampharos as well. This is massively inconvenient. You know what? I'll give him credit where it's due. Mirabi is actually playing this so smart. However, that did nowhere near as much as I thought it would. Okay, what I'll do is I will let Ampharos go down. I'll let Ampharos go down, and then I can just focus in on the other one, I think. And, okay, there's another X defend. That's utterly pointless. That one hides under water, so that'll go for probably Ampharos. And when I say Ampharos, I mean Octillery, because Octillery will have switched in by then. And Rizzo obviously misses one that's underwater. I'm hoping for a crit. No crit, okay. I can still win this, though. And anyway, I have a bunch of revives if I absolutely need them. To be totally honest, okay, this is going to sound maybe a little bit weird. I'm more worried about fighting Mirabi and Dakim down here than I am about fighting Venus or Iron or anyone else. Probably because those two have the teams I'm the least prepared for. Okay, so Octillery comes in, probably just gets hit immediately with the dive. That Ludicolo carries Ice Beam. Honestly, it's a little bit weird that he's been holding on to that for so long and just hasn't used it up to now, but okay. The dive comes through, it does very little to Octillery, and now Now, Razor Leaf and Ice Beam should finish off one Ludicolo. Well, specifically, the lower level Ludicolo. And then Armaldo should come in, Bubble Beam should take that out, and then I can just double in on the last one. Okay, so we get a nice crit and take that out. Yeah, so I'll be totally honest, this one and the next one I think will be the toughest. However, it is entirely possible that I will mess up all of these. We will just have to see how that goes. Either way, I know that Armaldo probably won't appreciate... that Armaldo will not appreciate a rain-boosted Bubble Beam with a Miracle Seed attached to it. However, I don't appreciate the the Leech Seed. Bang! That actually did more damage than the Razor Leaf. Bubble Beam lands, maybe one-shots the Armaldo here? I think it should, it's rain boosted and everything. Okay, so, now it is 2v1. It's 2v1, he will be healing a little bit every turn, but I think I'm in the clear. And the rain stops, so that is double good for me. I do have to play through the Leech Seed heal each turn, and he probably does have Giga Drain, but I should be okay. Okay, he wastes his turn setting up the Rain Dance again, because he just gets a little bit back with Rain Dish each turn. But now I go for Body Slam, maybe I get a Paralysis out of it. If I don't, I Ice Beam, maybe I get a Freeze out of it. I don't get either, but okay. Okay, Ice Beam actually did, like, kind of visible damage. Our Light Screen goes away. He heals a little bit with the Leech Seed and a little bit with the Rain Dash. However, how much is that realistically healing it to? Hopefully not enough for it to be a problem, but I imagine it'll go for a Drain now. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna... You know what? I'm just gonna revive Espeon. I'm just gonna revive Espeon, because I think I lose otherwise. Like, genuinely, I think I might lose this fight if I don't revive Espeon right now. So, this fight has gone horrendously badly in pretty much every way I could have possibly had it go. Okay, we have a Para, though. The rain keeps falling, but I know it just heals itself a little bit with the Rain Dish. Now, so I'm just going to use my turn to pull up a Revive, bring Espeon back, blast this thing with Psychic, and then we can all move on with our day, because this fight has taken about 10 minutes more than I would like it to. Okay, I say 10 minutes more than I would have liked it to. I don't know how long I've actually been fighting him for, but I imagine it's longer than I would have liked. Also, like, I didn't have two Pokemon on the field at the start of that turn. How did he target Espeon? I mean, he probably makes his move after I've made mine, so that probably explains it. Either way, I'm just going to blast him now with a Body Slam and a Psychic, and that should... Okay, full restore. Never mind. I mean, realistically, he loses this turn. Or next turn. That did... I'll be honest, that did less damage than I would have expected to. Either way, now we win this turn. Although I absolutely messed that up horrendously badly. So, yeah, I'll be totally honest, this fight has not gone as I had planned or hoped, but hey, it happens. You know, sometimes there's, things that happen that you don't expect and are, you know, sometimes taken a little bit out of your control. But with that, Mirabi is finally defeated. That took way too long. Okay, so now, who is going to be our next opponent? In here. Oh, no, my tempo is off again. This won't do at all. Okay, I say that, I know who our next opponent is. Darkim will be at the end of the next one, then Venus, then Ein. Okay, so, I'm going to switch my lead for this next one, though. Congratulations, we get 20,000 Pokédollars and TM number 12. Imagine playing this far into the game, winning a Pokemon Colosseum challenge and being told, here's the TM for Taunt. That's your prize! This is Nat. I heard you've gone to Deep Colosseum. I heard a rumor about it. There's supposed to be a seriously tough trainer there, who goes by the name of the Deep King. I wonder what Pokemon he uses. To be honest, I know his team. It's a little bit weird. Okay, I'm going to lead with Actually, no. I will lead with Octillery for this one again, because I'm going to lead with Oh, right. Okay. Umbreon can have the black glasses back. And then I will put the EXP share on Ampharos, because I want Ampharos to be super powerful. And by that I mean, as long as it hits like level 56 or 57 by the end, I think I should be okay. But yeah, very much, I'm leading with Octillery in this one because I know I have to fight Dakim at the end, and I know his team is a little bit different. So, as usual, we go back in, and we have 4 battles. First up is Street Performer Regol. Must be very skilled, otherwise you wouldn't have come down here. I mean, yeah, but hey, let's see what Pokemon do you have? You have a Jumpluff and a Sneasel. Not gonna lie, I'm suddenly wishing I'd led with my Sneasel. So here's the thing, I know what the bosses at the end of each of these runs have, I don't know what the people I have to fight on my way there have. So that is maybe a little bit of a risk. And that Jumpluff is not surviving the turn. It gives a helping hand to the Sneasel, but let's be real, it's not taking a Psychic and an Ice Beam. Okay, it might live the turn if it went... Okay, no, it's not living the turn. It probably doesn't take a quad effect of Ice Beam. So, Espeon doesn't get to move this turn, but bang! There goes the Jumpluff. Hopefully she has a Fighting type or a Poison type to come in next, because if it's another Dark type, I may have to switch Espeon out. It's an Electrode! I mean, the last time I fought an Electrode in one of these challenges, it exploded, so, wait, I did have I had a Water type on the field. What was I expecting to happen? Like, I should have known it would go for the Electric type move and not just explode on sight. I mean, now it's probably... words. I have lost my ability to talk today. It's probably now in it's just going to explode range. But, hopefully we're okay. And Mystic Water Bubble Beam nearly takes out... Well, it does a bit over half to Sneasel, so now I can just Psybeam and Bubble Beam again, and then we should be good to go. Okay, I say that, Octillery goes down, but I'm not too worried about that. And now, I'll just switch in my... Actually, no, I'll switch in Ampharos, because I think it gets even more experience if it, like, has the EXP share on and hits the field. So Psybeam will just take out the Electrode, then I can return and hit Thunderbolt on the Sneasel, and we should be good to go. And then we can move on to battle number 2. And then, 3 and 4, and then we should hopefully be okay. Ampharos hits level 54, very nice. Crush Claw comes through, takes out Espeon, which is unfortunate, but ultimately I should have predicted that. And now I'll go out to my Sneasel, just because I can, I suppose. And now I go for Brick and Thunderbolt, and we actually do get outsped because of the level gap, but we still win. So now we definitely win here. Brick finishes it off, we win. Okay, so that is Regol defeated. Maybe her name is meant to be Regol. Or Regal. I don't know. It's not any wonder how you've come down here. I mean, I have had to do a lot of shenanigans to get here. Okay, battle number 2. So this is Gorble. I'd go anywhere if that's I'd go anywhere if that's what's needed to make a Colosseum challenge. Okay, Gorble, what do you have? Delibird and Marshtomp. Okay. Not gonna lie, I do kind of like Marshtomp. I think it's probably my favorite. It might be my favorite part of Mudkip's evolutionary line, to be totally honest. No disrespect meant to Swampert. Swampert is great. Also, I'm just gonna double in the Marshtomp because it's by far the most threatening thing he seems to have. And credit Ice Ball. I don't know what I was expecting from that animation, but it wasn't to see the Delibird just kind of like make an ice shield and just run forward. Like, I wasn't expecting that. I could expect a lot of things in this game, and that was not one of them. Okay, in comes a Walrein as his final Pokemon. So I'm going to Psychic the Delibird and switch Octillery out for Ampharos. Then Ampharos can just blast this Walrein with... Yeah, because Psychic probably takes out Delibird, then I can just double it with the Walrein, and the Walrein will go down. Now I just gotta play a fun little mini game called Does This Wall Rain Carry Sheer Cold? And if it does it use it? And if it does it land? I hope that if the answer to that first question is yes, the other two answers were no. Okay, there's Ice Ball. Yeah, why is it... The animation really is more just like it kind of just charges forward rather than shooting a ball of ice. Weirdly enough, the animation for Ice Beam is probably more fitting. the animation for Ice Beam is probably more fitting than the one for Ice Ball. I mean, to be fair, the one for Ice Beam does work, although it is just kind of like it shoots one chunk as opposed to like the actual beam. Anyway, I mean, to be fair, that does a lot. Also, while I'm here, shout out to the Gen 3 Ice Beam sound. I think everyone who ever played Gen 3 just has that sound just like engraved in the mind. Like, it is a great little sound. Okay, semi-finals. My Pokemon love to battle. Okay, Bandana Guy Lobert. So, what Pokemon do you have today? You have a Linoon and a Medicham. Okay, I'm gonna focus on the Medicham. Actually, the Medicham might go for Fake Out. He might go for Fake Out, but I'm still gonna focus in on the Medicham because I know it has the potential to be a threat. Because, honestly, even though Espeon would resist it, I don't think anything wants to take a Pure Power high jump kick. And Psychic nearly takes it out, so Bubble Beam will be enough to finish it off. Iron Tail will be... Okay, Iron Tail missed. Okay, Shadow Ball comes through. So that's Stab. No, it's not Stab. What am I talking about? It is Pure Power, though. I think it should be Pure Power. So effectively, I was a base 150 attack, I think. Because I'm pretty sure Medicham's base attack was 75 and Pure Power effectively doubles it. Okay. So now in comes an Azumarill. Not gonna lie, I do like Azumarill, but I don't really think I need to worry about it here. So I'm just gonna target into the Linoon and get rid of it. I'm targeting into the Linoon and getting rid of it because I feel like I have more options to deal with it. And I probably should have just predicted the Dig. Double Edge will probably take out Espeon here, which isn't exactly ideal for me. Espeon's gone down twice so far, and that isn't too good for me. Actually, no, I think it's gone down 3 times. Either way, I'm going to go out to Ampharos, and hopefully this Linoon didn't target in. Hopefully this Linoon didn't target Dig onto Espeon. Either way, I now just kind of cross my attacks, and that should take out both, I think. Okay, I did 60, so I can take 2 more if I need to. Thunderbolt will do a lot of damage to the Azumarill, but it's pretty bulky, so okay, never mind, it does take it out in 1. I guess Azumarill has a lot of health, but maybe not the most special defense. Ampharos hits 55, and in comes a Xatu for his final Pokemon, which unfortunately for him means he's gonna have a Xatu, so a flying type. Technically it's more psychic than flying, but whatever. Either way, he has a flying type on the field when I have my Ampharos and my Octillery out. So I'm just going to go for Thunderbolt and Ice Beam. There's no way I lose here. Even if he manages to somehow take both of these out, I have No, I don't have Espeon. I have Umbreon and Sneasel both in the back as well. There is no way I lose to a Xatu here. Okay, so, not gonna lie, I do like Xatu. And with that, that goes down, and we make our way onto the finals. And what I firmly believe will be the hardest battle today. I say that, but the Mirror Bee one went really badly. The Mirror Bee one went terribly, so I'm fully prepared for this to suddenly be even worse. You again! I'll crush you! Okay, so this is our final battle with Dakim. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Anyway, so he leads with Claydol and Swampert. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to set up Reflect immediately. I'm going to set up Reflect immediately and then go for... I'm going to set up Reflect immediately and go for Bubble Beam on the Claydol. Setting up an X accuracy. Why? I don't think he has moves that really miss. Because this guy loves to just spam Earthquake. He spams Earthquake and Solar Beam. That's what his strat is. So, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit suspicious of this man right now. So he just dropped 2 X accuracies turn 1. That Claydol has effectively been neutralized, and that is basically anything I could have needed. So Psychic will land on the Swampert for good damage. It won't one-shot. Okay, if it critted, it might come close. Now, our second Bubble Beam, actually, with the Sun being up, okay, the Sun might make it so I don't kill here. Earthquake comes through, Claydol doesn't get hit because of Levitate. Okay, that was with the Reflect. So yeah, Swampert is definitely a damage threat. Let no one ever try to convince you that a Swampert is not a damage threat. And that does indeed ruin that plan. Okay, so here's the new strategy. I'm gonna switch out, I'm gonna predict a Solar Beam. So I'm gonna switch and go for Return on the Claydol. I'm gonna switch Octillery out. No, wait, no, better idea. I'll keep Octillery in, I will use Return on the Claydol, knock that out, predict that the Flygon will be what comes in, and Ice Beam into the Claydol slot, because that's quad effective and should take out the Flygon in one hit. Let's see, did I guess right? I guessed right. Fantastic. Now all I need to do is live the Earthquake, because that EQ is gonna hit hard, because even though I have even through Reflect, that is doing a lot. Okay, so Earthquake does a fair chunk there. Now, I'm gonna go out to Sneasel, but I think he's gonna send in Houndoom next. I think he has Houndoom and Solrock left to send in, because I'm pretty sure Ice Beam knocked out Flygon. There we go. So Flygon goes down. And now he has Swampert, Houndoom, and Solrock left to send in. Well, Swampert's already on the field. So now I can Shadow Ball the Solrock. Although, realistically, I should probably focus on the Swampert. I should focus on the Swampert, but I'm not going to because I know I'm relatively safe. That's huge, actually. A crit with the Shadow Ball comes in massive. And Solrock goes for Earthquake. I still have the Reflect up, and that'll do a decent little... Okay, that finishes off Octillery, but it does a little bit of damage to the Swampert as well. And that Swampert is now in Meganium kill range for certain. I think it was already, but now I'm certain that it is. Okay, Swampert's Earthquake here probably kills off Sneasel. Yeah, it definitely does. I don't know why I even doubted that it would. Okay, so now I have to play a fun, dangerous little mini-game called, Does It Kill? And by that I mean, does it outspeed? Because if I don't outspeed with Meganium, I could be in a little bit of trouble here. So, Umbreon outspeeds Meganium, doesn't it? By 1. That is actually really annoying. Okay. So I will bite into the Swampert and go for Razor Leaf, and never mind, he goes for Protect. He goes for Protect, which actually is worst case scenario here. Either way, Razor Leaf finishes off the Solrock, I know that much for certain. So Solrock goes down, Houndoom comes in, I can get rid of the last Earthquake threat next turn, and it's entirely possible that his Swampert just goes for Earthquake and knocks out the Houndoom. So honestly, I think this battle is in the bag. I'm pretty confident that I win from here without too much more of a hassle. Because, okay, Houndoom will go for a Fire move though. So maybe I am still in danger. Fire Blast lands and just wipes out Meganium. So that's not great for me. So Meganium gets wiped out by Fire Blast. Swampert probably goes for Earthquake, but I have to switch into Ampharos. So Ampharos probably gets dropped by the Earthquake, but Houndoom also gets dropped by the Earthquake. So realistically, this comes down to Umbreon versus Swampert, I think. And I think Umbreon can take this Swampert out. Never mind, it goes for Muddy Water. I may actually need to use a Revive here. Oh, what am I talking about? That did nothing. That did absolutely nothing. Also, if he gets double... Does Muddy Water always get the accuracy drop, or do I just have really bad luck? Okay, so I'm going to Secret... Actually, I'll Confuse Ray and Thunderbolt. Okay, he just heals for Swampert, that's fine. Fire Blast lands, and crits. I think I lose here. I genuinely think I might lose now. I went from being super confident to genuinely thinking that I lose. Okay, so Swampert is on full health. I need him to go for Earthquake. Like, if he goes for Earthquake, I'm pretty sure that I win. But for now, I'll revive Octillery. I'll revive Octillery because I imagine he'll probably target into it with Fire Blast. And honestly, I think it probably takes the hit better than anything else I have. Oh, it went for Solar Beam. It went for Solar Beam. This is even worse. This is awful. This is actually terrible. Because Umbreon is at -2 accuracy now. Octillery is about to get blasted by a Solar Beam. Okay. Umbreon, I'll use your turn to revive Sneasel. I'm having to play this in such a roundabout way now, because I genuinely don't think I win this without playing it smart. Like, unless I play really smart around items and stuff, I genuinely think I lose here. But after this, I'm pretty sure I'm in the clear. Like, genuinely, after this, Venus, no problem. Ein, no problem. I'm very confident about that. Come on, Earthquake. No, Muddy Water again, okay. Okay, so, Umbreon lands. Umbreon is at Wait, it didn't give a drop. That works for me. So I revive again. I revive Octillery again. And I Brick Break onto the Houndoom. Bang! There goes Houndoom. Problem solved. Now I just have to bring down this Swampert. Because now, the problem Pokemon is actually gone. That'll hit itself. I'll be totally honest, I didn't actually think it would. And now I can use this turn to Secret Power, and then I'll revive Meganium, and after this, I'm very confident that I win. Like, I know that I don't lose from here. I'm fairly confident in saying that I cannot possibly lose from this range. I didn't even know Secret Power could flinch. Like, I've very rarely seen that. Also, I think it might just be because it's in the second slot, but I quite like the way that the light catches Sneasel there. I think that looks cool. It makes it look like it's kind of only got one eye. And I don't know, I think visually, it's a cool thing. Note, losing an eye probably sucks, but still, visually, like, as a aesthetic thing, it tends to look kind of cool. Okay, now I just send in Meganium, click Razor Leaf, and we are good to go. So I'll just Moonlight to mess with him. Also, because it's the only time I've used Moonlight in the entire game. Actually, I think Moonlight might heal me more if it's raining. I don't know why I think that, though. Either way, Razor Leaf finishes off Swampert, Darkin is defeated, and we can move on to the third one of these challenges. Okay, so, it's taken us 45 minutes to get through 2, so, this one... Okay, this can't be. The mighty Dakim loses again. Okay, so, this time I'm saying this with confidence. I'm saying this entirely with confidence. I don't lose from here. I win with comfort from here. And we get TM48, which is Skill Swap. Useless. And also we get another email. The Deep King. This is Net. I'm getting information out of Deep King, but slowly. He does sound like an expert trainer, though. I wonder what kind of Pokemon he uses. I mean, I know what Pokemon he uses. So, I'll be okay. Now, I'm going to put Sneasel out front. And I'll keep the EXP share on Ampharos for this challenge, and then we'll keep going. Okay, in we go for challenge number 3. Okay, so, let's go. You are our first opponent today, bodybuilder Varug. Yeah, interesting name, not gonna lie. Okay, so Varug is our first opponent here, and he has a Machop and a Machoke. If this man has a third Pokemon and it's a Machamp, that would be very funny. Also, not gonna lie, it is a little bit annoying that the one that I switched Sneasel to the front, and then it's like, hey, guess what? He has the fighting types. Immediately has to switch out. Is Meganium close to a level up? Yes, it is. Let's put Meganium out front. I don't know, maybe I'll get super lucky. Maybe this guy will throw out a Golem or something as his third Pokemon. I know my luck, he won't throw out a Golem. Knowing my luck, he'll probably throw out some fire type. Knowing my luck, he'll throw out a Charizard or something. Okay, I know he won't throw out a Charizard because Kanto Pokemon in this game are not very common. Like, genuinely, in this game, not a single person actually uses a Charizard. No one uses a Blastoise, no one uses a Venusaur. Oh, hold on. Oh, hold on. Hang on, wait. This guy's gaming. This guy's gaming. He toxiced himself? He toxiced himself to get the Guts boost. This guy is huge brain. Hang on. This guy is way too smart for a Pokemon NPC. I mean, realistically, unfortunately for him, Guts boost Ursaring or not, I think I've done enough damage that it probably drops to the poison this turn or next. Either way, that is actually maybe the smartest thing. Also, maybe okay, on paper, it might have been a very smart play. In practice, maybe don't use the Pokemon that you just got the Guts boost on to get, like, actually, that did a respectable amount, not gonna lie. But still, maybe don't use the Pokemon that you got the Guts boost on to get a Guts boost. Because that was a goofy play on your part, buddy. And I'll just have, you know what, I'll just call Espeon. Actually, no, I'll Psybeam. I'll Psybeam and Razor Leaf, and this fight is over. To be honest, I was considering just calling Espeon and going for Razor Leaf. I mean, realistically, it's the same result. Both Pokemon get dropped this turn. So Machop goes down, we get very little EXP for it, because of course we do, it's a Machop. And now Ursaring gets dropped by the Razor Leaf, and that is us ready for our next opponent. So, credit where it's due, that Ursaring tried. I respect that this guy had a strategy and he kind of committed to it. I can at least respect that. I forgot to focus on winning. Yeah, you did, because you set up your strategy and then immediately collapsed it in on itself. You were doing so well. Okay, our next opponent is Shatol. Did he really come all the way down here just so you can lose? No, I came here to win, because, I mean, I haven't lost a single battle in this playthrough so far. I'm feeling pretty confident when it comes to the whole winning thing, if I'm not, like, not to, you know, try to sound delusions of grandeur or anything, but so far, I'm doing pretty well. Now, I'm gonna just Psychic into the Graveler and then Brick Break, and just hopefully she goes out to a normal type or another rock type. And that's mostly just because I don't know what else she has, and the Whalmer probably doesn't take all that much damage. Probably doesn't take all that much damage from Sneasel, and I am very glad I chose to go for Brick Break and nothing else, because bang, that does about 55-60%. Cute Charm is a little bit of an annoyance, not gonna lie. Is her strategy to use Cute Charm Double Team? Is her strategy actually Cute Charm Double Team? You know what, I'm just gonna double in again. I'll double into the Wigglytuff again, because Psychic will take it out. I know that much for a fact. So Wigglytuff goes down. In comes her fourth and final Pokemon. And getting that off the field clears the infatuation away from Sneasel. Okay, Donphan. She had a Donphan. Cool. Not gonna lie, I do love Donphan. And now the Whalmer goes for Rollout. And missed immediately. Okay. So now I just double team into it. And I probably should have gone for Shadow Ball, but realistically it probably doesn't make that much of a difference because Espeon just blasts the Donphan anyway. Okay, so we are flying through this fight. I mean, I say that realistically, I'm not flying through it. If I was flying through it, I probably would have switched out to Octillery. Either way, this Wailmer is at +1 evasiveness, -1 special defense, and is going for rule-outs. I mean, credit to it, at least it managed to land one. Credit to it, that actually did a decent chunk of damage. And Psychic now just blasts it into next week. Why do I talk? Why do I say things? Like, I feel like I say things and then immediately just manage to manifest it into not happening. And now Sneasel gets dropped by Rule-Out. Hold on. Okay, it barely survives, but it survives nonetheless. I didn't want to go for Reflect. This is why I'm starting to wish maybe I had taken Swift or Umbreon for, or giving, Feint Attack to Umbreon, but hey, we'll manage. So that is our next opponent done. That is opponent number 2 defeated, as we now move on to the semi-finals of this third round of the tournament. And, yeah, off we go. I see that you're good enough to get down here. I mean, yeah. Like, I'm at the end of the game, you know? Okay, so. I'm simply not about to lose. Okay, Zogo, let's see here. What do you have? Okay, so. Spinder and Delcatty. I think he might be about to lose. You know, just an outside chance, I think he might be just about ready to lose. So let's just go for Psychic and Brick, and that probably takes out both. It either takes out both, or at least puts them in very low health. Okay, Spinder does take the hit, barely, but it takes the hit. And Delcatty takes the hit a little bit better, credit where it's due. And they are going for Wish. They are actually just going for Wish. I kind of respect the attempt on the play, but it doesn't work. Like, the play doesn't work when you don't survive the turn. Because now the next Pokemon will come in and get double Wish heals, and it'll be on full health anyway, so it doesn't really make any difference. And his last Pokemon is a Granbull. Okay, not gonna lie, Granbull is a good Pokemon. A Granbull could be a threat, could be a problem. Intimidate will be a little bit of an inconvenience for Sneasel. If that makes us... Okay, I was going to say, if that makes the Delcatty survive, that would have been a huge that would have been a huge play if that had made the Delcatty survive. Okay, Spinder's Wish comes true, but Granbull is on full health, so it doesn't make any difference. Now we just Psychic, we Brick, and off we go. Okay, and a crit, a huge crit, brings us to the finals. So yeah, now we get to fight Venus for the third time. Third? Yes, it is the third time we'll be fighting her. And yeah, I was very serious when I meant that once I beat Dakim, I'm in the clear and I don't need to worry. I won't believe this happened. I mean, credit to you, Zogo, you tried, you got this far with pretty much nothing. Okay, so, the finals. Oh no, not you again, you're annoyingly persistent. Okay, so, Cypher Admin Venus, for her third battle, has a Raichu and a Blissey. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to Psychic. I'm going to Psychic for Raichu and Brick for Blissey. The Blissey might survive, but if it does, it'll be very close, because Blissey has a mountain of health but no physical defense. So now we just blast the Raichu, that nearly goes down in one, and Brick will also just do a mountain of damage. The question is, does Blissey have enough health to take it? No, it does not. And that's the Pokemon with the most health, but unfortunately for it, it has no physical defense to balance it out. And in comes a Dusclops. Okay, so Raichu goes for Thunder Wave, Synchronize if it hits Espeon. It goes for Sneasel, okay. However, sorry, I accidentally hit my controller there. So what I'm going to do now is actually double it with Dusclops. So Espeon lands Psychic, hits Dusclops pretty hard, and Shadow Ball will now be enough to finish it off. Raichu goes for Sweet Kiss and misses, Dusclops goes for Confuse Ray, and it targets Espeon, which makes a lot of sense because it went for Sweet Kiss onto Sneasel. Now, as long as we don't... Of course we got hit with the full power, why wouldn't we? Okay, so now I Psybeam into the Raichu, and I Shadow Ball the Dusclops. Okay, I guess she really wants to keep this Raichu on the field for whatever reason. Not gonna lie, anytime it does that, like where it kind of just holds and holds for a second, it's like, am I gonna hit myself in confusion? Is it loading the animation for that? Shadow Punch is guaranteed to hit, but okay, never mind. I was gonna say, but fortunately Dusclops isn't too powerful. Either way, Shadow Ball finishes off the Dusclops. Never mind, it actually lived, wow. On the plus side, for me, I can Psybeam the Dusclops, and then she'll probably go out to the Milotic, so I'm just going to Shadow Ball the Raichu, I guess, and hope I don't hit myself. I feel like anytime I ever say, and hope I don't hit myself, I will immediately hit myself in confusion. Okay, so... basically, this Raichu doesn't seem to actually attack, it seems to just do Parafusion. And no doubt, it also probably carries Attract. It probably carries Attract just to be an annoyance. Okay, so, I'm gonna go out to Meganium because it's got an area of effect attack with Razor Leaf, and I know she has a Milotic sat at the back of the party, and I'll be totally honest, I don't remember what her other Pokemon is. Either way, Raichu barely survives, and now I'm in a perfect position to finish off both of these with a Razor Leaf, and just for my own potential convenience, I'm going to switch Sneasel out and go to Ampharos here. And hopefully this Raichu doesn't click Sweet Curse or something onto Ampharos on its way out. Okay, just goes for an actual attack. Wow, it actually has one of those? I'm amazed. Okay, so Razor Leaf now just finishes off both of them. So Raichu goes down, fantastic. We'd love to see that. So that is one Pokemon down, that is two Pokemon down, and now her final two Pokemon hit the field. I have both of them ready to take out the Milotic, because that is the most... because I feel like that's the most imminent threat. And I don't remember what her other Pokemon is. Ampharos wants to learn Thunder. I'll get her a Thunder Shock in place of Thunder, because this will actually come in huge against Ain in the next battle with him. And now, she sends in Milotic and her own Meganium, okay. And there we go, there's the Milotic. So now, I just need to bring down this Milotic, and then just kind of fist fight this Meganium. And... Attract is going to be an annoyance. Okay, it went for the Meganium. I'm so happy about that. Never mind, I'm less happy about that, because now both of my Pokemon are victim to Attract. Okay, so... do I have any female Pokemon in my party? I don't think I actually do. I think I have one. Wait, I think Octillery is? But Octillery is not what I want to be using for this fight, that's the thing. But yeah, pretty much, Attract is a move that I was always annoyed by as a kid. Mostly because it's just like, hey, that's a 50% chance that I just don't get to move. So basically, Venus's entire strategy isn't that she'll beat you, it's that you'll beat you. Pretty much, her entire setup is pretty much to just go, no, I'm not fighting you, you are fighting yourself. Because it's just like, status move, you can't move, you hit yourself. Okay, Thunder just blasts Milotic, and that's fantastic though. Now, Leech Seed heals Meganium a little bit. And, honestly, if I land the Razor Leaf, I'm in the clear. So I'm actually going to switch out to Octillery, and hopefully I'll be able to, Ice Beam the Meganium next turn. Okay, Ice Beam comes through, that'll hit Meganium, and we probably take that, to be honest. We took that nowhere near as well as I hoped, And that Meganium has Ingrain. My one has not tried to learn that, but honestly I wouldn't learn it regardless. Meganium dodges that, but, well, we missed the Meganium, but we hit the actual target, so I'll call that a win. The Milotic goes down, and now I just have to brute force my way through this Meganium. And this could take a little while, but hopefully it won't. I say it could take a little while, I'm really just hoping. I am hoping for Ice Beam damage to be huge. If I get a crit Ice Beam, that would be massive. I would love to see a crit Ice Beam come through. Okay, Ice Beam lands, does about half. Ingrain and Leech Seed brings it back up a ton, though. So that's not ideal for me. However, I think, honestly, what I'm going to do is switch Meganium out and go... yeah, I'll switch out Meganium for Umbreon. I did click Umbreon, right? Yes, I did. Okay. I had a moment just like, did I click Sneasel or Umbreon? Which, honestly, is not a great sign considering I did it about 20 seconds ago. Honestly, not gonna lie, I said this fight wasn't gonna go too badly, and I feel like I've just been hit with every bad RNG check that I possibly could. But hey, I guess that's on brand, if nothing else. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is use Secret Power. No, I'll use Confuse Ray, and then I'll use my other turn with Octillery, because Octillery will get outsped and knocked out. So I'll revive Espeon and then just blast it with Psychic. Because realistically, if something is going to be able to take a hit and also deal back a lot of damage, it will be my Espeon. And after this, we just have 2 more runs here, and then we are good to go. Because, obviously, we still need to fight... whatchamacallem. We still need to fight Ein again. And then, we have a pretty easy win. Honestly, Ein will be the easiest fight of all. Okay, so... now we go for Bite, we go for Psychic, and that should win us this battle. And that... okay, that did less than I would have liked. That was maybe not ideal. Okay, it hits itself in confusion, never mind, this is perfect. Because now Bite does a little bit more. Bite actually finishes it off, wow. I think that might have been the Black Glasses coming through. Huge Black Glasses value. Okay, so, now we can go on to the 4th challenge, and then we can just blaze through it, hopefully. How dare you? I mean, it's just a Pokemon battle, I don't see what she's so serious about. Okay. Now... what do we win for this one? TM 44, so for that, we get Rest. We actually just get garbage TMs here. It's actually just trash on trash on trash. This is Net. I've slowly been getting more information on the trainer of Deep King. He apparently uses a Shadow Shuckle. He could be very tenacious. I mean, tenacious wouldn't be my first descriptor for someone using a Shadow Shuckle, to be totally honest. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the Quick Claw back on Ampharos. Probably where it belongs. Bring Ampharos to the front of the party, put the EXP share on Sneasel. And now it is time to enter the Deep Colosseum, even for round number 4, before we go and fight Ein. And this one will be easy. Watch as one of these random trainers just throws out, I don't know, a dark ground type. So, watch, one of these guys just magics himself a Crocodile. I hear there was some kind of bad trouble up top on the surface. That doesn't concern me. Okay, Chaser Droop, let's see what you have. You have a Nuzleaf and a Jumpluff. Okay, that's not great for me, not gonna lie. You know what, maybe I should have led with Sneasel. But you know what, for when I actually get to the boss fight, this is fine. Okay, so I'm just going to blast him with Psychic, blast him with Thunderbolt, and then Nuzleaf, I'm okay to just leave it. I'm okay just leaving the Nuzleaf until last, because realistically, even though I think it does have... wait, does Nuzleaf have the part Dark yet, or was that just Shift 3? I want to say it gets the part Dark type as Nuzleaf. I don't remember off the top of my head. Either way, it's not that big of a deal. It actually is kind of a big. It is kind of a big deal because if I remember that, then I know. Okay, yeah, it's Grass Type. So yeah, it gains the Dark type as soon as it becomes Nuzleaf. Okay, so now we just Psychic and Thunderbolt into the Volbeat. Pretty much, I'm just going to target one thing down at a time. It's probably not the optimal play, but hey, it's how I'm approaching it. And he just goes for a Solar Beam. I'll be totally honest, I wasn't paying attention to what he did last turn. Like, I kind of just clicked my moves last turn, then picked up my phone and just kind of checked to see if Nuzleaf was part Dark type. Also, Signal Beam will do a ton to Espeon, because Espeon's physical defense isn't the highest, and Volbeat is surprisingly strong. But now I guess I'll just go out to Sneasel. I'll go out to Sneasel, Thunderbolt for Volbeat. Yeah, this is the plan. So I Thunderbolt the Volbeat, knock that out. I Brick Break onto the Nuzleaf, and then Thunderbolt whatever comes in, unless it's a ground type. And what is his last Pokemon, given the rest of its stuff? Perfect. I was going to say, given the rest of his stuff, I imagine it's either, like, given the rest of his team, I was going to assume it would be another Grass type or a Bug type. And hey, I guessed right. Just goes for another Solar Beam. That actually did a little bit over half, but that's fine. Brick Break probably just one-shots, because Nuzleaf is not very defensive. And Thunderbolt absolutely just annihilates this Beautifly's entire existence. But will it go for Silver Wind and knock out Sneasel first? Apparently not. Bang! There goes the Beautifly. Battle 1 is over. Okay, so. Also, Sneasel will probably hit level 55 by the time I finish this run of the challenge. So that's pretty good. What? I lost? This is a major problem! I mean, hey, buddy, speak for yourself, because, me winning is pretty good for me. Okay, Battle 2. Were you surprised to see a kid like me down here? Okay, Dolt, what do you have? Ruler Boy Dolt. Man, people in this game have weird names. Octillery and Explode. Okay, that's a respectable opener. But, like, that is a respectable opener, not gonna lie. Okay, Espeon and Ampharos. And I just realized Ampharos is a higher level than Espeon is now. Either way, I'm just going to Psychic and Thunderbolt, and this should be good to go. Bang, Psychic, just nearly one-shots Explode. I should have known it would one-shot. We get a special defense drop. Thunderbolt probably one-shots the Octillery, and if it doesn't, it'll be very close. Fantastic. And we are just blazing through this fight. Right. And Sneasel doesn't hit the level yet. Lantern comes in. As per usual with this game, Lantern is a coin flip as to whether it's a Volt Absorb or Water Absorb. And honestly, I'm just going to kind of cut out the middleman as best I can. And just Psychic the Lantern. And Thunderbolt, Quick Claw procs, knocks out the, the Explode. So, let's see here, what is his fourth and final Pokemon? Because I did see 4. I saw 4 Pokemon there. It is a Lairon! Okay, that's an interesting one. Not gonna lie, I do like Lairon. I like the entire Aron line, to be totally honest. Now, that did a little over half. Thunderbolt comes through, probably finishes off Espeon, all things considered. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so... I think I go out to Meganium here. I go go for Razor Leaf on... I go for Razor Leaf, that'll hit both, and then I Thunderbolt onto the Lairon. Also, the reason I'm not using Thunder despite picking it up is because I don't trust it to be reliable enough. However, knocking the Lairon out now means I'll only be hitting one thing with Razor Leaf, which means it should do more damage. So this should, in theory, bring this fight to a close. There we go, fantastic. Dolt goes down without too much of a fight. So I will call that a pretty substantial win. As we move on to round number 3. Because that is always a good thing. I'm surprised I lost. I mean, you probably shouldn't be, because, like, Buddy, you're not that good for training. Okay, awful? Awful? I think it's meant to be awful, like Ophelia, I think. Okay, Hunter Opal, you have a Swallow and a Marshtomp. A whole lot of Marshtomps today. I mean, I say that, I think there's been like 2. I think there's been 2, and I'm saying it, and I think this is the second one. I'm just like, wow, a whole lot of these things today. I think I fought more Nuzleafs than anything else, to be totally honest. So I just Psychic that and Thunderbolt, and probably don't one-shot the Marshtomp, because it has a lot of health. But it comes pretty close. And, okay, he just goes for Wing Attack. Probably on Espeon, because it would be resisted with Ampharos. That Wing Attack does respectable damage, but Thunderbolt's damage is going to be a little bit more than respectable. And then, this Marshtomp probably just goes for Mud Shot if it doesn't carry Earthquake. Espeon hits level 57, Ampharos is about to hit level 58, Crawdaunt comes in. Crawdaunt will be... Crawdaunt will just go down Thunderbolt in one hit. And the speed reduction could be a problem, but I have a Quick Claw, so I'd probably work around, and honestly, I'd still probably outspeed the Crawdaunt. Okay, so that is pretty good. So that is that. So that goes Marshtomp. And now, do I outspeed? I hope I do. No, it goes for Dig. Okay, I'm momentarily inconvenienced. So what I'm going to do is go for Reflect and then Thunderbolt. Reflect to hopefully just keep Ampharos alive from the Dig attack. I mean, knowing my luck, the game might have just went, hey, we're attacking Espeon. But hey. Okay, yeah, we take that. We take that, we win those. And Thunderbolt comes through, takes out at the Crawdaunt, and now we are ready to go fight Ein. So we now have our final battle against the Cypher admin Ein, who once again will be using his same strat of, hey, I have Rain and Lightning Rod Pokemon. Which is actually why I taught Ampharos Thunder. Because Lightning Rod makes it guaranteed to land. Okay, so, Deep Colosseum final. You don't give up, do you? I'll make you atone for thwarting our shadow Pokemon Caper. Buddy is calling it a caper. Buddy is calling it a caper. That is some real. I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you meddling kids. That is some real Scooby-Doo villain energy. Okay, so basically he leads with Mantine and Manectric here. Pretty much, the Manectric will just draw in the electric attacks with Lightning Rod. So I'm just going to Psychic here. So I'm just going to Psychic at turn 1. And that... Toxic? Did he go for Toxic? That's weird. Okay. So, he Toxics that, Synchronize comes through. Not like it makes any difference. Mantine sets up Rain Dance. And now Thunder is guaranteed to land. So we go for Thunder, it gets Lightning Rodded onto the Manectric. And he probably sends in Rhydon next, because the Rhydon also holds Lightning Rod. Then after that, it is free reign for my Pokemon. Okay, yeah, just as predicted, there's the Rhydon coming on in. It's probably going to just click Earthquake. It's probably going to click Earthquake, but I'm just going to Psychic it and probably one-shot. And then I'm safe to Thunder whatever comes in. Okay, so... Oh, he just used items. That is fantastic for me. And if I one-shot, that is even better. Do I one-shot? Okay, maybe not. Okay, that wasn't quite perfect, but the idea was in the right place. But now it works for certain this time. However, I am a little bit on a timer. I'm on a little bit of a timer, but hey, we'll manage. You know, because, actually, Confuse Ray could come in... Confuse Ray could be a little bit of a problem. And that Mantine evidently has Swift Swim, judging by the fact that it suddenly outsped Espeon. And this is suddenly going really badly. This is suddenly an issue. Because I didn't account for this. I did not account for this happening. I mean, I have workarounds. I have plenty of workarounds available. And by that I mean, I have revives. I have revives that can handle it. So Octillery can come in. So Octillery can come in now. And I know he has a Gyarados and a Crobat left to come in. So what I'm gonna do is go for a Razor Leaf there, and I'm going to use a Revive to bring Ampharos back up. However, there is the danger here. There is always the danger, because I know the Gyarados could be a threat. Gyarados always has the potential to be a huge threat, because, well, it's a Gyarados. Gyarados isn't one of the best Pokemon, just for general purposes, for nothing. Like, it's fast, it's strong, it's bulky, it has a lot going for it. However, hopefully this won't be too much of an issue. There's the Gyarados, as predicted. The real question, though, is how am I going to work around it? Because, honestly, if I can get the Paralysis onto it, that's huge. So I'll Body Slam it, and I'll switch out to Ampharos, and hopefully this didn't click Earthquake. I don't know what I'm talking about. Of course it's clicked Earthquake. Why would it ever not? Like, it has no reason to not click Earthquake, so I have misplayed this. There's no reason for it to not go for Earthquake, because both of my Pokemon will get hit by it, and his Mantine won't. Oh, he went for Thunder! This man clicked Thunder on a Gyarados. I know that that's like his entire thing, but still, that is hilariously weak. Okay, so, the Mantine is back to being slow. Mantine's back to being slow. I have one full restore. I'll just use that to heal and recover Ampharos. Now, I'll just go for Thunder, because the Mantine outspeeds sets up the Rain Dance again. Ampharos should be safe now. He went for double Rain Dance. He has outplayed himself. Because now Thunder blasts Gyarados, one-shots it. That is perfect. And now I'm in the clear. Sneasel hits level 55, fantastic. And in comes Crobat as his final Pokemon. Crobat with its big, goofy teeth. Also, I do like how Crobat always looks absolutely massive. I don't know, I think that's just a cool visual for it. It's just this giant bat. Okay, now I can Thunder. Yeah, I'll just Thunder everything. When in doubt, we just click Thunder now, because realistically, what can he do to stop me? The answer is nothing. He can do nothing to stop me. Like, he's cooked. He's done. Because he just has Mantine left, and it is only one of them. Like, he has one thing left, and that is it done. So, pretty much, and also he just targeted Octillery, so he is double done. He is super cooked. This is over. Like, this fight is over. So I just Ice Beam here, Thunder there, Twister will do next to nothing. So therefore, we win. Now, we aren't quite done yet, though. But hey. Like, basically, we are just about done here, but we do have one more run of this Colosseum left to do. Because, well, we've had a few messages about the Deep King. And, well, now that we've beaten all 4 of these, maybe it's time to go meet him. So we have to go and do a 5th run through here. Ugh. What unbelievable power. I love how in this game, when people lose, like, all their hair loses any anime power, and it just kind of just deflates. That's funny to me. Okay, so, now we have one challenge left, and hopefully this one won't be too bad. Also, that's our one good TM from this. We get a TM for Dragon Claw, but none of my Pokemon can learn it. Okay, so, this is net. There's a rumor that the Deep King is entered in the knockout tournament of the Deep Colosseum. You've got to enter an Atu and show him up. Okay, so, now we have our final run through here. And the real question is, what do I want to put the EXP share on? Honestly, I will trade a little bit of power on Espeon. No, I won't. I won't trade Espeon's power. I will not trade Espeon's power. I'll just power up Umbreon a little bit more. Is that the play? Probably not, but I'm doing it anyway. And I will give the Spell Tag to a Sneasel. Now, this may be a bad choice, but I'm doing it anyway. So, now we enter the final challenge, and away we go. So, technically, these are the final battles of the game. Okay, so, Deep Colosseum, Round 5, Battle 1. Ryder Nellen is our first opponent. Come on, bring it on! Okay, so what do you have? I'm hoping for a threat. You have a Horsey and a Nincada. This is the end of the game. This is one of the final opponents in the game. And they throw out a Horsey and a Nincada. I'm not even going to bother with Psychic. They don't deserve Psychic. I'm just going to hit them with a Psybeam and it'll be enough. I was honestly so prepared for that to not be enough, because that would have been very funny. Either way, Espeon drops there, and now Umbreon will probably hit 56 or 57. And a Shuppet. This person had 3 Pokemon. They're one of the final opponents in the game. They sent out a Nincada, a Horsey, and a Shuppet. This is the game I'm playing. Okay. You know what? That's fine. Easy fight. I'm okay with it. Because realistically, I know what I'm fighting at the end here, and yeah, this one could be an annoyance. I mean, realistically, I only need to fight 5 Pokemon and then a Shadow Shuckle, but we'll see how that goes. Because let's be real here, a Shadow Shuckle could be a problem all unto itself. I'll return when I'm ready for this. Hey, if you evolved your Pokemon, had a Ninjask, a Shedinja, a Banette, and a Kingdra, that Kingdra alone could carry you very far. Battle 2. Log? You beating me is unthinkable, impossible, and downright unreal. Okay, Athlete Log, I don't know how to pronounce it. Okay, Kadabra and Misdreavus. Okay, so, here's what I'm gonna do. I am just going to hit him with Psychic and Thunderbolt. I know, whoever would have guessed. Whoever would have guessed me using Psychic and Thunderbolt to deal with a problem in this game? Well, I never. You know what, let's mix it up a bit. Let's go for Thunder. Because who knows, maybe Thunder will one-shot if Thunderbolt wouldn't. Okay, Psybeam will hit for a decent chunk. Probably on the Ampharos. Oh, that's a crit. That is more than a decent chunk. And he goes for Astonish. I know that his options are kind of limited, but I just got hit by Astonish in a fight right at the end of the game. And Thunder just annihilates that Kadabra's entire existence. Okay, so now what comes in? Umbreon hits level 56, in comes a Seadra. I think the Seadra can probably actually take out Espeon. Sorry, can take out Ampharos from here. I'm going to risk it regardless. Quick Claw procs. Bang! There goes Seadra. Fantastic. Okay, so that is 2 of his 4 Pokemon down. His 3rd one is about to drop. And in comes a Kecleon. Not gonna lie, I do like Kecleon. I know I've mentioned it like every time I've seen one in this game, but I do like Kecleon. Okay, so now the question is, what do I do? I mean, realistically, I just hit it with Thunderbolt. No, I just hit it with Thunder and Psychic, and that's probably my best bet, just because sheer raw power over anything. To be totally honest, I probably should have gone for Return, and because I know that Kecleon is better on special defense than its physical. Either way, that just hits, and of course, I'm a tiny bit short. That's fine. Okay, Slash lands, we still live though, and now I just go for Return and Thunderbolt, I guess. Okay, Quick Claw procs again. I swear, I've never seen the Quick Claw proc more than in this game. Genuinely, I feel like they must have stealth buffed the Quick Claw to some absurd degree for this game, because it seems to activate all the time here. My losing is illogical. It's incomprehensible. This guy is like This guy is very close to being that guy from The Princess Bride who calls things inconceivable. What have we here? You have quite the interesting battler who have come along. Okay, Hunter Grons, what do you have? You have a Mawile, and a Murkrow. I mean, you know what? Credit where it's due. At least it's something. At least it's something for the third other person in this tournament. Okay, so, now what do we do? And by that I mean, I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm just going to Thunderbolt for Murkrow. I'm going to Thunderbolt for Murkrow, Psychic for Mawile, and then be on my way. I probably don't one-shot the Mawile, to be totally honest, but hey, I'm going to try it regardless. It's not very effective, but still hits for more than half. Thunderbolt will one-shot the Murkrow, that's for certain. Because Murkrow is not exactly a good Pokemon when it comes to its defenses. But it is a very fragile Pokemon. And Thunderbolt from an Ampharos will do a lot of damage. Bang! There goes Murkrow. And what is his third and final Pokemon? I think he only has 3. He might have 4. I'll see. Okay, so in comes a Relicanth. Well, that fight's over. This fight is done. This fight is done. This man is done. This guy's, he's gone. Get him out of here. Pack it up. We're going home. Okay, Poison comes through. Synchronize doesn't do anything because it's a Steel type, and you can't poison a Steel type. Unless you're Salazzle, because Corrosion is a thing. And now we just Thunderbolt for Relicanth. Hopefully that one-shot. It might not. Never mind, Relicanth is more physically oriented than special. And with that, Relicanth gets destroyed, we Psychic for Mawile, and we are now going to have, what's the term for it? Either way, we're now going to go and fight the Deep King. So this is going to be our final opponent for this main bit here. Okay, so that is that done. So always a good sign. Now, I'm shocked that I lost. I mean, I'm shocked that you made it this far. I mean, I say that he had probably the best team here. Anyway, we now arrive at the final battle of the Deep Colosseum. Which is why I'm actually just going to let the entire opening play out for it. As we finally meet the Deep King himself. You're challenging me? You don't know what you're in for. I know exactly what I'm in for. So Deep King Agnol is a unique bodybuilder character. He has a Skarmory, a Sableye, a Shedinja, a Girafarig, a Kingdra, and a Shadow Shuckle. So, yeah, you can immediately tell that the most threatening thing to me is the Sableye. You probably didn't see that one coming. Okay, so I am going to set up Reflect turn 1 and Thunderbolt the Skarmory. I'll get rid of the Skarmory turn 1. Realistically, I should probably focus in on the Sableye, because the Sableye could be a problem. Steel Wing does never mind, that does a lot more than I thought it would. Especially through a Reflect. Either way, Thunderbolt blasts the Skarmory out of the sky. That was uncalled for. The crit was unnecessary. Okay, so now in comes Shedinja. I actually have a switch out because I have nothing that can currently hit Shedinja. Because Shedinja, as you probably know, has Wonder Guard, and Wonder Guard is basically an ability that is... Okay, so Shedinja, for those of you who may not know, is a Pokemon that has an ability called Wonder Guard. It is a Pokemon that also has a maximum of 1 HP. It has 1 HP, but can only be hit by super effective moves. However, if a move... but if I had that Tyranitar that I caught, and that had Sandstream, or if I set up the Hail or something, or if I poisoned it, it could also be knocked out by that. But basically, I'm just going to hit it with Bite from Umbreon, and that'll knock itself out. Shadow Ball will also do very little, because that's going to be going into Umbreon. Also, I will say, I quite like how Shedinja, they really captured the fact that it's just kind of a husk of a Pokemon. Like, I like that they caught the fact that it's a husk of a Pokemon and just went, yeah, it doesn't really have animations. Like, it doesn't really animate much. So yeah, there's Umbreon. Honestly, that may be the only footage I will have in the entire game of Umbreon knocking something out in one hit. Either way, in comes Kingdra. Kingdra is his ace. I'd say it's his ace, I think it's his highest level. So now we just Thunderbolt the Sableye, nearly one-shot it. We nearly one-shot it. I'm going to bite that next turn and go for Thunder on the Kingdra. Hydro Pump will do a ton, because Kingdra is really strong. But Bite should probably be enough to finish it off the Sableye. And now he will send in the Girafarig, I believe, because that's his third Pokemon I've gotten rid of, I think. Umbreon is teetering right on the edge of level 57 there. In comes Girafarig. Thunder hopefully lands. Bang! That does, honestly, less than I would have liked to the Kingdra, but that's fine. The paralysis is huge. So now I can bite into the Girafarig for more damage, and I'll just Thunderbolt. I'll just Thunderbolt because I know it's safer, because I know it won't miss. And he probably goes for a full restore next turn. He'll probably Psychic into Ampharos and get rid of it now. Yeah, he Psychics into Ampharos to get rid of it. I should have known that would happen, mostly because Psychic wouldn't have done anything to Umbreon. And now I can send Espeon back in. So Espeon can come in, Psychic for Kingdra, and Bite will do a decent chunk, I think, to the Girafarig. A crit nearly takes it out. That's actually huge. Ice Beam comes through, does a decent chunk of damage. That's more than a decent chunk, but still. The freeze is potentially massive. Our Reflect wears off, but I'll just go for Bite on the Girafarig, get rid of that. Espeon's still frozen solid, so the Kingdra probably secures that kill. Kingdra more than likely secures that kill this turn, never mind it. And also, I love how all animations stop when they're frozen. That's a good little detail. So now I'll send in Sneasel. Why Sneasel? I don't actually have any real reason to do so. Like, I have no real reason for picking Sneasel there. Either way, Bite will come through, finish off Girafarig. Then I can take out the Kingdra next turn, and now I just need to catch this Shuckle. And now I get to play a fun little minigame called How Hard Is It to Catch a Shuckle? My answer is probably going to be a lot harder than it should be. It's probably going to be a lot harder for me to catch this Shuckle than I would like. Okay, so, there is Shuckle. And the Kingdra gets hit with a full power and doesn't get to move. I'll throw a Pokeball on Umbreon's turn, because Sneasel will do just a bit more damage. And I'll go for a Slash, and that probably finishes it off, I think. Now, hopefully Shuckle will just work with me and stay in the ball straight away. So, we grab the Shuckle, in the ball it goes. 1, 2, 3, and we have Shuckle immediately. And now it's just, now it's the Kingdra, now it's just the Kingdra left. It gets dropped by Slash, and that is Deep King Agnol defeated. So, with that, we are just about done with Pokemon Colosseum. We do have a couple of things left to do, though. I see. You are skilled. Okay, so with that, the Deep Colosseum is complete. So that is all 5 challenges won, and now we are ready to go. Because we aren't quite done just yet. What do we even get for this? A little bit of money, but no TM. And because we won a challenge, our Pokemon do get fully healed up. And I actually want to lead with Octillery and Ampharos for this upcoming thing. Okay, so now we can bid farewell to the Under. Actually, we might need to come back for something. Because, I'll be totally honest, I know that this last bit is a thing, but I don't remember exactly how to do it. So, I think it's basically a leave places and come back. So this one may take me a little bit of time, but hey, I'll work on it. So basically, now I just need to do the last few things to set off the final battle of the game. Because there is one Shadow Pokemon that I still need to catch. But I've caught everything else in the game. So, yeah, let's just, move on as we get towards the end. Then, after I do that, I'll run back through Realgam Tower, do all those fights again, roll the credits, and end the series off of there. Because we are very close to the end now. So I'm going to go back to Phoenix City, because I believe this is what sets it off. I think. Well, there's an email, so let's quickly see what this has to say. What's with you? From Dash the Athlete. I'm Dash from Phoenix. I'm just an ordinary citizen who happens to run around the town's fountain. So what gives you the right to have your Pokemon attack me? You don't deserve any respect as a trainer. Shame on you. Okay, so, well, while we're here, let's go talk to him, see what he has to say. And just, hit him with the bamboozle and block the path. Yes, it was me that sent you that email. Why do you attack me? Are you doing this elsewhere too? No. I won't believe anything you have to say. Okay, so with that, that has set that chain of events off in motion. I believe I just have to go to various places now, and it'll kind of just pop up and be like, hey, what's going on? I think. Okay, we got another email now, so, what does this one say? List completed. The last, basically, analysed more of the list. The last Shadow Pokemon is a Shadow Togetic. And that is a Pokemon that we are going to be having to go catch, because, of course, well, we've caught every other Shadow Pokemon in the game. Okay, I guess I can just leave and go back into places. So, who is this? It's Bitten the Under. I caught you on film in an unbelievable scene that's terrible and shocking. What's your problem? Why are you attacking people with a Shadow Togetic? Better question, Bit from the Under. How are you getting photos from Phoenix City? Okay, so, what I need to do now... I think I actually have to go back to the Under and talk to them. I might be wrong, but I think I do. Okay, so, I'll be totally honest, I have no idea how to do this section, because I've never done this before. However, I do know what I'm fighting at the end of it, though. I know what I'm fighting at the end, and honestly, knowing that can be half the battle sometimes. Not literally half the battle, but you get what I mean. Okay, so now let's quickly just take this back across us and go and check out what's going on. Maybe these people have some form of information for me. Okay, what do you say, Bit? I was shocked when I heard the word on the street, but I knew it wasn't you. I believe in you. Okay, so now let's head on back downstairs and see what Nat has to say. Anything interesting? You've done it! What'd I do? What'd I do? What? Seriously, what did I do? Yeah, we're fine, okay. Okay, I guess there isn't any additional dialogue there, so I suppose I just went to the wrong place. I think I just need to go to the outskirts stand now, actually. I know that's where the final battle takes place, so... I think I'll just kind of go there and just kind of pop in and out of the place a few times and see if that works. Okay, so we just take the UFO forward again. I feel like that's a very unsafe place to live. I feel like the Under is just an unsafe place to live in general. Also, I guess, very minor spoiler, the Under doesn't exist anymore by the time Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness is happening. I think that's 3 to 5 years later? I think the game itself came out like the year after, but I think it's set 3 to 5 years later. Also, I don't know why I went back to Phoenix. Okay. Do we get another email? Yes, we do. Fantastic. So, what do they have to say this time? Watch TV. Please watch TV now. Okay. Where's the nearest TV? I mean, it's probably in one of those houses, but I'll just go to the outskirts stand. It's probably about the same amount of time that it would take. Okay, so I imagine I'll get another update as soon as I go and watch TV. Okay, so, TV. What do they have to say here? There have been reports of another Pokemon attack on people. He has shocking footage of the harrowing attack sent by one of our viewers. This footage was sent in by a brat in the Under who declined to reveal his identity. I mean, that was impolite. Like, they didn't want to reveal their identity, so they're immediately a brat. That's just very mean and impolite. Okay, so, do we get another email yet? No? Do I have to go somewhere else, or can I just leave and go back in? Okay. Back to Phoenix City we go. Back to Phoenix City we go. Why do I have an awful feeling that I have to actually go back to the Under? Never mind. Okay, so. One more email. Live TV news. Please watch TV now. Okay, I think this is where it tells me that I think this is where it's like, hey, we're at the outskirts stand and this is happening. So, basically, I'm going to walk in, watch TV, hear about that event happening literally outside, and have to go and fight the guy. Okay, so, one more TV update here. This is the shocking footage of a Pokemon attack on people. Viewer discretion is advised. We bring you this story from the outskirts stand. This is an exclusive scoop with a video feed. Meanwhile, the people literally see me inside and outside at the same time. This is rookie reporter Anchor, live on the scene. A shocking new development has emerged. Just when the battle ended, another shady man appeared, and he looks exactly the same as the other man. What's going to happen here? I, Anchor, will remain on the scene to bring you this breaking story. Oh hey, it's you. You came with me again, it seems. Wait a stinking second, why are there two of you? I mean, that's a good question. And, okay, so we are ready for this final fight. The resemblance is uncanny. Hey, you are me and I'm you and we all here together here. Yeah, I can see that you don't understand, but there's one thing that's certain. You're going to battle me. So, we have our final battle with Shady Guy Wes. Also, I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that that man just referenced the Beatles, like, right at the end of the Pokemon game. Didn't see that one coming. He's leading with the Shadow Togetic. That's a play. That's an interesting move, okay. Which, actually, he's bamboozled himself. He has absolutely outplayed himself. He has played himself so badly by doing that. Because now, I get to just double into both. I get to just double into one side through his other 5 Pokemon, and then I win. And I just get to catch it for free. He's outplayed himself from the start. Buddy, I expected better from you. You're meant to be like the secret final boss. But no, he's stupid. And in comes Manectric, okay. Manectric probably just goes for a Thunderbolt. To be honest, I kind of wanted to try to catch the Togetic straight away. But at the same time, I probably shouldn't. I mean, I could target it. I could target it with Thunder, and it would just draw in whatchamacallit to begin with. Thunderbolt lands on Octillery and does one-shot. Okay, you know what? Maybe I should show this man just a teensy little bit of respect. I should also probably be a little bit careful, because if I knock out all of his other Pokemon and then go onto... Okay, that was a huge amount of damage. Okay, I have an idea. Okay, so Togetic goes for Sweet Kiss onto Ampharos. That's fine. That's fine by me. Because I know exactly what his team is. So, this guy has 5 Pokemon and the Shadow Togetic. He has an Armaldo, a Houndoom, Armaldo, Houndoom, Milotic, Gyarados... No, sorry. Armaldo, Houndoom, Milotic, Manectric, Gyarados. Now, these 5 Pokemon hold a very specific reason as to why it's these 5. They are the 5 Pokemon that were the 5 Pokemon that replaced the Shadow Pokemon of the bosses of Cypher. Excluding Nazgul and whatchamacallit. Excluding Nazgul and Nevis. Nope. Excluding Nazgul and Evis. Because Armaldo replaced Mirabee's Sudowoodo, Houndoom replaced Dakim's Entei, Milotic replaced Venus' Suicune, whatchamacallit, I've blanked on its name, Manectric, I just knocked it out, replaced Raikou for Ain, and Gyarados replaced Gonzap's Skarmory. However, I'm going to be totally honest, I'm starting to get a little bit concerned about the fact that I'm going to knock something out and then unintentionally... Yeah, I'm starting to get a little bit concerned about accidentally knocking out this Togetic, so I'm just going to try to catch it, I think. Because I know me, I will accidentally knock it out if I don't catch it now. So, let's just start throwing Pokeballs at it, and then Houndoom... Well, let's start throwing Pokeballs at it, and then Ampharos can deal with the rest. Ampharos can quite literally deal with the rest, because after this, his 2 Pokemon are going to come in on both water types. 2. Okay, if that had stayed in first ball, I would have been amazed. I also would have been very happy about it. Okay, so, Crunch comes through, probably does a lot of damage to Espeon, maybe kills? Just falls short. That's huge. Okay, so, Thunderbolt takes out Houndoom. That is very good for me. And now, in comes either the Milotic or the Gyarados. Honestly, I kind of hope it's the Milotic. Because that is perfect. That is actually perfect. Mostly because I want to be able to just get rid of the Gyarados. And that, the Togetic secures the kill. You know what? I'll respect it, I'll respect that. I can respect that momentary hustle. It did secure the kill, I can't complain. I mean, it did 1 damage, but it secured the kill. Now, I'm going to go and just start throwing Pokeballs again. So I'm just going to throw a Pokeball and Thunder the Milotic, and hopefully this should just work. Realistically, I probably should just go for Thunder Wave, because that'd just make things easier. Because, you know, getting paralysis onto a thing will always be handy. Thunder, bang! Does that one-shot? Not quite. But hey, that's still pretty good. Okay, Ice Beam is going into Meganium, and I'll do a decent chunk. That's more than a decent chunk, okay. Okay, so Shadow Rush does no damage, but that's fine. Now I can Synthesis, and I'll Thunder Wave the Togetic, I think. Because, okay, Milotic knocks out Meganium. That's not great for me. So this is pretty bad. I mean, I say that, I'm still very much in control of this situation. I say that, but anything could happen. It's not great for me. But at the same time, as long as I can catch this Togetic, I'm in the clear. Okay, Togetic, honestly, is very much a non-factor. So what I'm going to do is go for Confuse Ray and Thunderbolt. Okay, Safeguard comes through and stops that immediately. So what I'm going to do now is actually... Milotic is protected by Safeguard. So Ampharos knocks out the Milotic. I'm going to take out the Gyarados, and then I'll catch... Yeah, and then I'll catch the Togetic, I think. Or at least I'll throw a Pokeball now, and then I'll throw a Pokeball with Umbreon, and then I'll attack with Ampharos. Because he only has 1 Pokemon left. He only has this 1 Pokemon left. Gyarados comes in, Intimidate, it procs, doesn't really do anything to me. Shadow Rush will also do next to nothing. I don't even know how much damage that did, but it was... that did so little damage I didn't really catch how much it did. Okay, so let's throw a Pokeball and Thunderbolt this Gyarados, and hopefully this Gyarados didn't click Earthquake. Basically, this should just be about over. 1 just breaks out immediately, which isn't great. And there's the Earthquake, as I was a little bit worried about. Honestly, the Earthquake is the only thing that's worrying me here. I don't think Ampharos takes that. Ampharos did not take that, which is not good. That's very bad for me, in fact. And obviously it doesn't affect the Togetic, so now I can send in Sneasel. And I think I should be okay. I mean, I say that, but anything could happen here. Okay, that was a crit, and it did 12 damage. I mean, there is a 35 level gap here, but still. Okay, so I'm going to use an Ultra Ball to try and catch this Togetic again. Then I'm going to use a Revive to bring back Meganium. Because to be honest, right now, I pretty much need to... I'm kind of fighting 2 battles at once here. One where I'm trying to catch this Togetic, and one where I'm trying to fight this Gyarados. And I don't know... And it's mostly just as a safety precaution that I'm trying to get the Togetic first. Because otherwise, I will just kind of punch it out by accident. And I don't want to do that. And a crit is a... Oh dear. That crit actually might be huge. That crit could change everything. Okay. I need to play in, like, full defense for a little bit now. Okay. Full defense mode. Full defense time. Okay, so Meganium comes in. Togetic gets paralyzed and can't move. So I will use a Hyper Potion to heal Meganium. I'll use a Hyper Potion to heal Meganium. Earthquake won't do too much damage. I should just tank that. That did 42 damage. So I can take 2 or 3 more of those. Sweet Kiss comes through. It's a little bit of an inconvenience. I love how its animation for that is it actually does the little finger waggle. I don't know why, but that's kind of cute and funny to me. Okay, so now I can just throw a ball, throw another ball, and hopefully this Togetic will just have the common decency to work with me and stay in. Because once it goes in the ball, this is done. Like, once I catch this thing, I'm in the clear. 1, 2, 3. 10 out of 10, we have the Togetic, and now we get to finish this fight. I mean, to be totally honest, I'm kind of playing a mini-game here where I really just hope... I'm playing a mini-game here where I really just hope that this thing clicks not Earthquake for one turn. Because if this thing doesn't click Earthquake for one turn, I'm in the clear. So I'm going to revive Umbreon, send that back in because it has the best chance of actually taking a hit from an Earthquake. And then I can just heal up and then set up. I can heal up, set up, and then be good to go. Because realistically, Ampharos needs to survive one turn. That's all I actually need from this fight. Ampharos needs to live for one turn. And with that, we're done. Like, if I land that, we win. However, I want to be on full health for this. Also, he will eventually run out of Earthquakes. I mean, realistically, at this point, I feel bad for the people sat inside the outskirts stand. They must be looking outside and just wondering, do we run outside? What's happening here? Okay, so I'm going to go for Body Slam and Confuse Ray. I'm going to go for Confuse Ray, so maybe this Gyarados will punch itself. How will it punch itself? It doesn't have arms? Good question, but we'll find out. Okay, so we land Confuse Ray. Gyarados is now confused. It is entirely possible that it will hit itself, and that is all I really need. However, Meganium is also confused because of Sweet Kiss. But we break through, we land the Body Slam. If we get the Paralysis, that is massive. Can I see a Paralysis come through? Yes, I can. This fight's over. This fight is officially over now. Because I now have a safe switch in for... I can now revive Ampharos, and if something gets knocked out, I have a super safe switch in. So now I can kind of just start working away. I can start working away at this Gyarados. And then, eventually... Okay, we have the Paraflinch come through there. Now I can Razor Leaf, I can Bite. He goes for the full restore. This man is a villain. I mean, he already was, but still. Now, I need to get... I'm gonna go for... Oh no. Oh no. Never mind. We break through with the Razor Leaf. That's huge. Okay, so we hit that. That did no damage at all. But now, I'm just gonna go for Body Slam again and Confuse Ray again, and I think I should be okay. I don't know how many Earthquakes he's gone for, but I feel like he must be nearly out of them. I mean, I know he'll stop using them eventually. So Confuse Ray comes through again, confuses Gyarados. It can now hit itself in confusion, which is huge if that happens. Meganium breaks through, lands Body Slam. Do I see another Paralysis come through? I really hope I do. I do not. However, I'm gonna use Meganium's turn to heal Umbreon, and I'm gonna let Meganium go down and go for Secret Power. I mean, if it wants to hit itself... Okay, it's out. It's out. It's out. It's out of Earthquakes. It's out of Earthquakes, which means this fight is over. Like, it's run out of Earthquakes, so it can't Earthquake me anymore, meaning Ampharos can come in, I can use probably even just a Super Potion to guarantee the Ampharos' safety, blast it with a Thunderbolt, and we're good to go. If I get a Paralysis here, though, that'd be super massive. Do I see it? No, I do not. Okay. So, just for my own convenience and safety, I'll use one of my Super Potions, because I don't think Strength will do another full restore. Okay. Either way, Thunderbolt is quite effective. Quad effective stab, bang, this fight's done. Okay, so, with that, this is technically the final battle of Pokemon Colosseum done. But I do have one more thing left to do. It would take me to do it. Good going. Okay, so, we also got no money for that, but hey, that's just a Pokemon Colosseum thing, isn't it? My name is Fane. I'm the Master of Disguise. How do you like the job I did? Your reputation is totally trashed. Also, that's literally where this game ends. Oh my gosh, the perpetrator of the attacks wasn't this trainer, but an imposter. This is a major scoop. It's a huge break in the story. Gotta hand it to you, guy. It's tough to beat the real thing. Okay, so, it now it didn't heal me, but that's totally fine by me. But now, I have one thing left to do, because technically we've now finished the game. That's where the game ends. It doesn't roll credits again or anything. But, yeah, that's where this game ends. However, I want to go back and fight the final bosses again. And by that I mean, I'm going to go and redo Realgam Colosseum. I'm going to do those 4 fights again, fight Nazgûl again, fight Evis again. And then, I'm just really hoping I don't have to fight my way through all the trainers again. But with that, we will then be finishing off the game. Because, you know, when I beat Evis, the credits roll. And also, just one little thing. Since I caught everyone's Pokemon the last time I was here, they actually will have new Pokemon. Like, they will now have a Pokemon that is there to replace what they caught. I don't think their levels have gone up at all. So honestly, so realistically, think of this as more of a victory lap. Think of this as more of a victory lap than an actual me fighting the final bosses. Because realistically, I've beaten the final bosses. They are done. They are over there now. They are in the past. But now we can, also I'm putting the black belt back on Sneasel because I might need it. Actually, no, I think the spell tag would be better. I think the spell tag's the play. Spell tag is probably the play, because I know there's a few psychic types in the final battle. Well, the psychic and ghost types in the final battles. And hopefully they don't want to fight again. Fantastic, they don't want to fight. So now that we've caught all of these, we should be able to head on back up into the Colosseum, where we can do these final battles one more time. I hope. I really hope that's how this works, because if it doesn't, I've walked up here for nothing and I've made myself look a complete fool. Okay, so, up we go. I should probably... Wait, did I heal? I did indeed heal. Okay, so, off we go into the Colosseum for the... I guess for rematches of the final 6 fights. So now, this will be the final thing for this playthrough of Pokemon Colosseum. As we re-enter the Colosseum... can I skip this cutscene? No, I can't. Okay. So yeah, I'm now just kind of running back the end of the game. And I don't have to worry about catching the Pokemon this time, so I think I'm in the clear. But I think it actually just does all the dialogue and everything again. I might be wrong. I've never done this before. What kept you, Wes? I was worried that perhaps Gonzap would be... the time has come for you to pay off some debts. We'll have you battle as payment towards the huge losses you inflicted on us. I expect to see spectacular battling out of you. After all, you're here to entertain. Okay, now I get to actually just battle and not have to worry about catching all of their Pokemon. So you know what? I think we're okay. Because there's no more Shadow Pokemon for me to catch. So, let's get right on into it. So, these trainers will be like mid to high level 40s into level 50. Then there'll be the final 2. So yeah, this fight will... So basically, these fights will be very easy until Nazgûl. And then they might put up a fight. So hey, let's just blaze through this without too much hassle. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to Psychic, we're going to Brick, and that will probably take out these 2. So Psychic, bang! One shot to the Exploud. It was nearly one shot in the level 61 Exploud, so level 48 one had no chance. Okay, so that is that done. Porygon 2 comes in. I believe the Porygon 2... No, wait. The Exploud replaced the Miltank that this person had, I think. Now I gotta play... Actually, I gotta play a fun little minigame here called What's New with Their Team. So I'm pretty sure that... I'm relatively sure that the Exploud replaced that. I'm pretty sure the Exploud replaced Miltank. The next person had a Shadow Absol, but I don't remember what that other Pokemon was. I think they had a Mightyena and maybe a Sharpedo or something. But we'll see about that in just a second. I know they had Dark types, the person after them had Fire types, and the person after them had Grass types. Either way, Porygon 2 goes down, and that is Bodybuilder Jomas defeated. Also, Espeon will actually hit level 58 by the time credits roll. Who knows, if it's... Actually, depending on how it goes, it might even hit 59. Not like it makes any difference, because we're going to be done with the series after this. Okay, so that is Battle 1 complete. And I guess this is basically just the victory lap here. To basically go, hey, look how strong we became in the post game, I suppose. Because realistically, we did get a good few levels in the post game. Partially because we just did mountains and mountains of battles. I think we did like 60 battles or something. Okay, Sneasel and Sharpedo. Okay, so here's the thing, if anything is going to take a hit, it'll be one of these two, because realistically, I have to use Return on Espeon, or just switch out, but realistically, let's not do that. I think Sneasel replaced the Absol, so I'm going to Return on the Sneasel, because I know it's frail. I mean, I know both of these Pokemon are frail, they are both glass cannons. And with that, Espeon doesn't actually one-shot the Sneasel, but that's fine. Brick Break takes out the Sharpedo. And now I'm in the clear, because, I mean, realistically, I was always going to be in the clear for this fight. I'm 10 levels above. Okay, level 58 on Espeon. Sneasel will probably hit 56. And in comes Mighty Yana, it's level 46. And that will use Intimidate, but that's totally okay by me. Also, fun fact, the first Pokemon you see in the Hoenn Elite Four, their Sneasel also had Brick Break, good to know. The first Pokemon you ever see in the Hoenn Elite Four is Sydney's Mighty Yana, and that is also level 46. Okay, so we now send in Ampharos, and we just return on the Sneasel, Thunderbolt the Mighty Yana, and we should be good to go here. So Absol, nope. So Sneasel gets taken out by Return, we Thunderbolt this Mighty Yana, and that should be this guy dealt with. So that is 2 down, 4 to go. And Mighty Yana is defeated. Well, this guy's entire team is defeated, but Mighty Yana was his final Pokemon. So that was who? Ryder Delan, I think his name was? Was it? Yes, Delan defeated. Fantastic. 4 more to go. Well, 2 more and then the final bosses, but hey, who's counting? Me, I'm counting. Anyway, I don't know what I'm doing at this point. Okay, so now we actually fight Cypher Peons, so let's just throw hands with them, I suppose. I mean, realistically, they don't stand a chance. Okay, so I'm just gonna skip all the dialogue until the actual bosses. Basically, this lady is like, hey, if I beat you, I can get promoted to an admin. It's like, good for you. That won't happen. Also, I'm relatively certain that Ninetales is their Pokemon that is out here to replace the Houndoom that I caught. Which is honestly kind of a shame, because I love Houndoom. Also, because I don't get healed between battles, actually, because I don't get healed between these battles, losing Sneasel actually turned out to be the better move for me here, because now I got a free switch into Octillery. You know, basically, I got it set up so my Water type would now be my secondary lead, just as I go into the fight with the Fire types. And then right after that, I have a fight with someone who uses Grass types, and also carries Ice Beam. I hadn't really planned for that to happen, but hey, I hadn't planned for that to happen, but I'm more than happy with the result, let's just say. So Torkoal gets dropped, and now, it is just Magcargo left, so we just Bubble Beam and Psychic our way through. That is Fight 3 done, we didn't take any damage. That crit was uncalled for. And there goes Magcargo. Oh. Makar, back to the impound lot. I don't know. I don't drive. I'll get a bus to places if I need to. Also, mostly because I don't trust myself driving in games, never mind in real life. Anyway, now we move on to our final opponent here. I think this guy's name was Ston? I don't know why, I think I remember his name being Ston. Which is weird, because he's a grass-type trainer, but with a name like that, you would expect him to be rock types. Yeah, because, like, Ston, Stone, like, that makes more sense to me, but whatever. You could have at least had a Pseudo-Udo, because, you know, there was always the... Okay, that's the replacement. So this man replaced his Tropius with a Sceptile. That's a huge boost. Okay, so he has Cradily, Sceptile, and Cacturn. And some other 4th Pokemon that I do not remember. Either way, we're just going to blast the Sceptile with Psychic. The Psychic probably just takes this out in 1. And there goes Sceptile. Sorry, buddy. Yeah, I feel a bit bad now, but hey, that's fine. Also, fun fact, You see Swampert and Blaziken in the main game, but you actually have to come back after fighting this person to see Sceptile in the main story of this game, which is a little bit weird. But at the same time, you also see Grovyle and Marshtomp through the main story, where you have to go through the Pyrite Colosseum to see a Combustor. And then you have to go through the Phoenix Colosseum to see any of the baby forms, so Torchic, Shriko, Mudkip. Okay, so now I just Psychic, and we Bubble Beam, and this fight is over. Also, I just went for Bubble Beam because I could, and I know that Storm Drain doesn't exist until, until Gastrodon comes in Gen 4. So I only need to worry about Suction Cups as Cradilly's ability, because I don't think it gets Water Absorb or anything. And in comes Cacturn as this guy's final Pokemon. Not gonna lie, I do like Cacturn. I think it's a cool little guy. And with that, there goes Cradilly. Now I just return, Ice Beam, bang, that fight will be done. Then we get healed up, and we get to fight Nazgûl. And then we have the fight with Evis, and then we roll credits, I give my conclusion on this game, and then I'm done with Pokemon Colosseum. So we are probably, I'll say 20 minutes, I'll say we're probably 20 minutes from this series being over. I say that, you'll have like the little time bar to be able to, go, oh, there's this much left. I just have to kind of wing it. I know me, there's also every potential that I could just completely choke in the final boss fight. Which, it won't happen, but it could. Also, Evis will not have had a level boost. Just, Agnol and Fane are actually the final bosses, really. Like, they're the final post-game bosses. If you come back and fight these guys, they got nothing. But now it is time for the rematch with Nazgûl. Okay, so, let's see here. You know he's serious because he has glowing red eyes and he doesn't fight you with any music. Bravo, bravo, well done. Why not become a Sci-Fi Show battle trainer? Would you even consider it? I'll vouch that you'll become a top star in no time. I wouldn't have minded making that proposition, but I'm afraid I'm not that big-hearted. I'll destroy you in battle right now. You'll know the humiliation of total domination before this crowd. Okay. Bars. Okay, so, this guy does not have music. And I should actually be able to figure out immediately what his missing Pokemon is. He leads with Dusclops and Xatu. Okay, interesting leads. So he normally has Dusclops, Xatu, Blaziken, Walrein, Gardevoir, and Metagross. That's his normal team. So I'm just going to Psychic for Dusclops and Shadow Ball for Xatu. I probably one-shot the Xatu. Dusclops might take the hit. Okay, Dusclops barely took the hit, but I don't actually know what replaces Metagross. Honestly, I think it would be funny if he replaced it with just another Metagross. To be fair, Metagross is really strong, so. Okay, Confuse Ray comes through onto Sneasel, doesn't really do all that much. I don't need to worry about that at all. Okay, just double Confuse Ray. Of course. Why would he not? Okay, so here's going to be my plan. I kind of, you know what, forget it, I'm just going to risk it. I'm just going to risk hitting myself in confusion and hope that I don't. Well, now that's just annoying. Like, one is fine. Both, that's annoying. Okay, so we got hit by the Drain, but that's honestly very little. That didn't even bring it out of the red. And Dusclops goes for Destiny Bond. Okay, that's choosing violence. So what I'm gonna do instead... Okay, he uses an X special. As long as I don't punch myself on the head again this turn, I think I'm in the clear. Also, if that's his turn... If that was technically his turn using the X special, would Destiny Bond be cancelled out? I'll be honest, I've played Pokemon so much in my life, and I still don't actually know the full mechanics behind Destiny Bond. Probably because I never use it. Also, can I please stop hitting myself? Okay, Sneasel broke out. And whatever I hit goes down. I think that's a Dusclops. Okay, Dusclops goes down. Destiny Bond isn't something I need to worry about. Now, what is coming in to replace this Dusclops? I imagine it'll be the Blaziken, and I don't know why. Will it be the Blaziken? It is indeed the Blaziken. Fantastic. Okay, Drill Pack will do a little bit. Never mind, it crits. That's annoying. However, I have a backup. I have a backup plan for this. I'm going to go out to Ampharos because I know the Walrein can come in. But at the same time, it's more than likely he'll go out to Gardevoir next. Either way, I'm just going to Psychic the Blaziken, Thunderbolt the Xatu. Hopefully Espeon doesn't hit itself for a 4th time in a row. Espeon has hit itself 4 turns in a row. 4 turns in a row. This is awful luck for me. Okay, Ampharos, please just break through. Fantastic. Ampharos breaks through, blasts this thing with a Thunderbolt. It's definitely a bit overkill. And Espeon, honestly, Espeon more than likely gets dropped by a Blaze Kick from this Blaziken now. I don't know why, but I feel like a Blaze Kick's coming. And in comes the Walrein. Okay, so what does it go for? It goes for Swagger. Okay, I mean, hey, that's +2, but I'm already confused. So I now go for Psychic and Thunderbolt. Espeon finally snaps out, it's finally able to do things, and now just blasts this. It just destroys this Blaziken in one shot, probably just picks it up and just throws it into a wall on the other side of the building. Okay, so now Walrein is joined by Gardevoir. Gardevoir was also here previously. Thunderbolt breaks through, probably one-shots this Walrein. 10 out of 10, so now we get to see what his final Pokemon is that has replaced this Metagross. I'm hoping for something cool, but I'm honestly expecting something mid. Oh, okay. Okay, that's respectable. I can respect an Alakazam. I'm actually going to double into the Alakazam, because honestly I feel more threatened by an Alakazam than a Gardevoir. Okay, the crit nearly one-shot, and the Thunderbolt will definitely secure the kill. It sets up a light screen, which is a little bit of an inconvenience for me. But realistically, I'm going to be doubling into stuff, so it doesn't really make that much of a difference. Although if I'd hit myself in confusion, that could have been a bit of an annoyance. Either way, Alakazam goes down, and now it is Gardevoir against quite literally the entire rest of the world. Also, that knockout animation for Alakazam was bizarre and gold. Okay, that did 80 damage, so I can take another one unless it crits. So I'll just go for Psychic and Thunder. And this should finish it off as long as I don't miss. 10 out of 10 actually landed that. Oh, yeah, right, he set up light screen. He set up light screen, disregard. Disregard what I was gonna say. I should have actually gone for return. Yeah, I'll just go for return next turn. Okay, he goes for Taunt, so I can't use any non-attacking moves. Not that I would be doing that anyway. Because let's be real here, I see no need to not. I see no reason to not attack. So now we just slap him with return, and also Taunt is effectively useless. Taunt is effectively useless for opponents in this game, in these scenarios, because like I can just use the call function if I want to not attack. Anyway, with that, Nazgûr is defeated, and we have one final battle for this game. No, this can't be happening. Okay, so, yeah, it's not over, Wes. Come on, we shall battle. Enough, don't embarrass yourself, Nazgûr. Sir, I beg your pardon. What's going on? Nazgûr is apologizing? Isn't he supposed to be the boss? No, it's the mayor. It's the mayor of Phoenix City. Also, I'm not gonna lie, I do kind of love this guy's theme music. Like, it's just so kind of jovial. It's a good little theme song for him. My, that certainly was a battle worth seeing. I must be honest with you, I never imagined that you would get this far. Huh? Mr. Mayor? Why are you here? Oh dear me, do you fail to understand still? You're such an innocent child. At times I'm the affable mayor of Phoenix City, and at others I'm the secret boss of the criminal syndicate Cypher. I'm Evis, and I shall rule the world. How dare you meddle in our affairs so thoroughly? The Shadow Pokemon plan we can resurrect from the start, but you two, you'll never be forgiven. I'll destroy you, Elisa, you may never again rise against me. Okay, buddy. Okay, we have Eggman at home. Okay, so, his team is honestly still kind of busted. He leads with Machamp and Slowking. Honestly, that's a kind of scary lead, not gonna lie. Okay, so his team is Machamp, Slowking, Salamence, Machamp, Slowking, Salamence, Machamp, Slowking, Salamence, Slacking, Scizor, and some other thing that has replaced Tyranitar. To be totally honest, personally, I would give this guy a Gengar. He looks like a Gengar. Like, the fact that this man doesn't have one is weird. This man should have a Gengar. Oh, also, 10 out of 10, Umbreon, congratulations, you are probably my only Pokemon in this. Despite it being my least used Pokemon, Umbreon is the only Pokemon in this series to hit level 60, I think. Shadow Ball is going into Espeon, which shouldn't do too much. Yeah, I did less than half. That's okay. Now, I'm going to switch Espeon out because I have a sneaking suspicion that this Scizor is going for it. So I'll switch Ampharos out, and I'll switch Espeon in. Sorry, I'll switch Ampharos in place of Espeon, and then I'll Shadow Ball into the Slowking. Then I can take out. Yeah, then I can take out the Slowking, and I can focus on the Scizor next turn. Also, by getting rid of the Slowking, I've gotten rid of his potentially biggest strategy. Basically, his strategy is he loves to skill swap. He likes to skill swap with Slacking and Slowking. So basically, he can get truant onto the Slowking and away from the Slacking, effectively allowing him to attack every single turn with a Slacking. Which, to be fair, is a very viable strategy. So now I'm going to go out into Octillery, and hopefully we can just blaze through the rest of his team. So what I'm going to do is Bubble Beam and... No, I'll just Thunderbolt and Bubble Beam. And that is an X attack on a Slacking. Maybe I should have focused into that. But to be totally honest, I'm not too worried. Okay, he just wastes his turn on both. Because now I think he loses a Scizor before it even gets to move again. Okay, yeah, that definitely doesn't live the turn. And after this, I believe the Salamence comes in. I'm fairly certain the Salamence will come in after this. Then whatever his new Pokemon is to replace Tyranitar will come in last. And then, to be totally honest, if I can, I want to end this fight with Umbreon and Espeon. That would be the ideal scenario for me. Like, I'm not gonna force my way into doing that, but if I can, that's what I would like to do. Salamence goes for Double Edge, which honestly does less than half to Ampharos, and that's pretty impressive to me. So what I'm gonna do, okay, Static comes on the Salamence, I T-Wave the Slacking. So basically, I'm just gonna leave that Slacking over there in the corner, and now it's basically gonna be a non-factor for me to worry about. Ice Beam will just take Salamence out of the sky, even though it's kind of sat on the ground here. Either way, Salamence goes down in one, and now in comes his final Pokemon, which is an Aggron. Honestly, I probably should have guessed that. Aggron, I mean, realistically, it's not quite one-to-one, but if something's going to be, you know, roughly comparable to Tyranitar in terms of, like, visual, I guess, close enough. Either way, the Aggron did not last very long. And also, it's entirely possible that this man's, whatchamacallit, Slacking, doesn't get to move here, because this should be its turn where it can move. And if this is the turn where it can move, if it doesn't, I'm in business here. Fantastic, because now it didn't get to move on the turn when it's supposed to, and now it's guaranteed to be loafing around. So now I get a safe switch in to Umbreon and Espeon, and I feel like, okay, so basically, my main goal for this is to finish him off with Umbreon and Espeon, because let's be real here, if I can finish him off with, like, I want to finish the final fight with the Pokemon that I did the first fight with. And also, I think it would just be rather fun and very fitting if Umbreon if Umbreon ends the game one level higher than Espeon, I think that would also be very fitting. Okay, I have Parafusion on this thing. I have Parafusion. This thing should not move. I think. Hopefully. It's confused. It's gonna go for Earthquake. Never mind, it hits itself in confusion. This fight is over. 10 out of 10. Sorry, Slacking, but this fight is done. And you know what? Let's just hit him with Return and Secret Power. So, Return, you know, Power, Friendship. Power, Friendship is not powerful enough to take out the Slacking, apparently. But the Secret Power was Friendship. Okay, with that, Slacking is defeated, Evis is defeated, and Pokemon Colosseum is complete. Fantastic. We are done here. Okay, so now we just have a little bit of dialogue left. No! Even my ultimate Pokemon! It's like, buddy, I already caught your ultimate Pokemon like 4 episodes ago, but whatever. Halt! Stop where you are. There's no getting away this time. Cypher's finished. The Shadow Pokemon plan ends now. Ruri, are you alright? Also, hey Pikachu. Oh, it even has the little angry thing. Blast you. Don't you forget what you've done, Wes. It won't end this way next time. I will ruin you the next time, I promise you that. No, he's trying to escape with that helicopter. Let us meet again. Our bid to take over the world using Shadow Pokemon hasn't ended yet. I think it just has. Your plan. I think it just ended. What? Evis, you and your cronies are under arrest. Oh, what is that? That's a Ho-Oh. It's a legendary Pokemon. It's a Ho-Oh. It is. It really is a Ho-Oh. It's incredible. It must have been keeping an eye on your heroics from the sky above. You obviously earned its support. Of course, it would also never allow criminals to get off scot-free, not when they're guilty of an outrage like creating Shadow Pokemon. Oh wow, so Ho-Oh was watching over us. Wes, I guess it's finally over. We faced a lot of challenges, but thanks to you, everything has been resolved. Thank you. You are strong, you answered the call, and you are cool. Look at that. Ho-Oh is so close. So true. This is the first time I've seen one up so close. Rui and Wes, the Ho-Oh is blessing you for your victory. Such a perfect outcome. Yes, indeed. And with that, Pokemon Colosseum is 100% complete. Well, not really, but we've now reached credits, we've finished the post-game. This playthrough of Pokemon Colosseum is gonna draw to a close here. So, now that I've finished the game fully, this is the first time I've fully played through Pokemon Colosseum, including the post-game. Like, I'd finished the main game before, but never post-game. So, my thoughts on Pokemon Colosseum are... it's okay, it's fine. It's not my favourite Pokemon spin-off, by any means. Like, it's a game that I feel it exists. It does what it does very well. I think it exists to get the Johto Pokemon into Gen 3. For that purpose, I think it does great. But as a game, I'm not a massive fan of it. Like, I had fun playing it, but I wouldn't... Okay, I had fun playing it, but I'm not in a hurry to come back to it. Like, I feel like the game is really slow at sometimes. I feel like the game is a bit slow sometimes. Also, I feel like I feel like it just takes pretty much every issue I have with the Gen 2 games. So, bit of preface. I'm not a big fan of Gen 2, like just Gold, Silver, Crystal. Never been a huge fan of them. I feel like it's a bit of a grind fest. Money is a bit of a hassle. And honestly, I feel like this game takes all of those issues and kind of compounds them even worse, because you don't even have like the access to wild Pokemon to catch. You're very kind of set in and linear with the Pokemon options that you get. But I do think that Colosseum lays a pretty solid groundwork that XD Gale of Darkness would build on, and fixes a lot of those problems. Some of the issues are still present in Gale of Darkness, don't get me wrong, but I feel like that game definitely builds upon this and makes it better. But I would say Colosseum, I wouldn't say it's bad, but I'm not in a hurry to really come back to it. However, having said that, there is one thing left, and I'm not fully opposed to doing it. I won't do it straight away, but like, tell me if you want me to do it, and I will do Mount Battle. Like, I don't know. I don't know about, like, setting like goals or anything for stuff. But anyway, I don't know. I might come back and do Mount Battle in-game at some point. But for now, Pokemon Colosseum is complete. And with that, Pokemon Colosseum, well, it's done. We draw this series to a close. At some point, I will do XD Gale of Darkness. And now we just save our game, and we are good to go. So, with that, we've now caught all the Shadow Pokemon, defeated Cypher, basically done everything there is to do in this game. And, yeah, I'm going to end off this game and this series here. So I hope you enjoyed this movie that you got up for the last thing. So, as always, feel free to leave a comment or click any of the buttons down below if you feel so inclined, and I will hopefully see you all next time for whatever it is I'm doing next. Okay, thanks for watching. Later.